Oke. Yo guys, kembali lagi bersama kita di Blans X ya. Kali ini kita akan nonton XLG versus Sentinel nih di hari ke-7 ya, Valorant Champion Paris. Apakah kalau Sentinel kalah di sini dia harus pulang kampung, tereliminasi di lower bracket? Langsung aja kali ya. Nih gue juga agak telat nih ya. Let's go. Oh, halftime, pas banget halftime guys. Nah, ini dia sih. Taruh dulu sana.
Try stuff, right? What's your favorite thing actually?
Honestly, anything. All of the desserts as well.
Food enjoyer, thank you so much. Maria, donc dernière question.
Jangan lupa ngopi guys, siapkan cemilanmu, siapkan kopimu, siapkan udutmu ya.
Essayez tout, la nourriture, visitez, voilà, faites-vous plaisir. Thank you so much, Maria, for joining me. And let's see now if XLG on Abyss.
Well, at 7-5, it's not impossible.
No,
they gave
no,
themselves that little bit of room.
Absolutely. Again, initially pretty concerning with how things kicked off. As you'd see the Coinbase Econ report here, fairly even across the board. And I think what's crucial is that.
Kalau kebelet kecil gimana ya? Oh, halftime ini bisa jadi sih.
Knew where to shift their focus because even on a what felt like a kind of broken.
Ya masa di shoot ya kan, bangkunya kosong, masa di shoot ya kan, nggak mungkin juga kali.
If you took a snapshot of the minimap, you think, yeah,
Ngodot dulu.
Favorable engagement towards a lesser purchase.
Yeah.
They've done the hard work, and in terms of damage control, not actually fallen to XLG's first real showing.
SLG versus Sentinel. Kalau Sentinel kalah sama SLG, emang udah bukan eranya sih.
You've got to credit them. So to bring this back to 7-5.
Tapi ini map pertama di Abyss and the Lotus habis itu. Abyss adalah pilihan map dari XLG. XLG dari Cina, VCT Cina, Sentinel dari Amerika, VCT. Langsung aja. Udah 75 nih.
Lovely work already, but XLG have got their foot in the door. It's the rate holding them back as it stands and keeping the numbers on their side.
Didn't lose the spike either, so a chance to pivot away from this. Narrate, the only one to really take damage, or left standing here at least, on Sentinels. Viva still planting the seed of doubt, but he does have the spike, so you want to see him a little more cautious here.
He's got to be careful.
Coconut was checking towards a potential flank.
They've got time to try and add a little bit of doubt or worry. But I like that Sentinels are getting curious and they're doing it together. Right? They're wanting to reclear the space and in a very good time.
Harusnya sih game ini mudah ya, soalnya lawan XLG.
Doesn't look like they're going to be picking up the pace at all. They might even be caught in mid here, Lauren.
They absolutely could be. There is a
Kalau
very
gue jelas dukung Sentinel.
Sentinels so fast on this
Sentinel, Fanatic,
and that's what they were waiting for.
Tiga tim.
Okay, it's fine. I got a little nervous then when it wasn't super clean, but proactive as hell.
Itu dia si jali-jali.
Confidence rounds. That's the sort of pistol round you want to see. Very decisive from Sentinels.
And it's when they decided to re-clear that space. It wasn't passive or after
I mean, the timing
utility.
of the one smoke dropping, actually they sit behind it. As soon as it's down, they're progressing through the map.
And Raga and Happyway made it look pretty solid for a little while, right? Like, they made that look competitive on the site. They've been left alone. Who knows? You might have had a little bit more play there.
Make it easy.
Make it easy.
Win the pistol.
Okay, well, yeah, you've said it. You've said it.
Everything from now on, easy. All right, second, you got something here. They've already crossed. Quick, but not quick enough. Gonna have to back away from this. It's a little bit deeper on site, but it's an early show of force. Now, we only have the Sheriff and Viva. That's about it. Beyond that, it is only classics. And on the other side of the map, you're gonna have Zelstis there and Narrate.
And already, actually, look towards the now. John QT's made his way across towards B, at least.
That's a lot of info. That's a whole lot of info. And the need to deny the flood up together. This is getting tough for XLG.
Orb retrieval, but now 50 seconds left on the clock and no progress anywhere, really.
And look
Halted at the first hurdle.
Look at the back fill coming out from Bang. This is very nice. Doesn't need to overdo it here. Yeah, now I think you can see him backpedaling because he's realizing, oh, they could all be coming this way. Sensible work from Bang. Trying to take a little bit of a slow stand on the way through, but not enough to be a threat, right? Trying to play that balance, and it's just about there. So makes it towards the back of the side, does get pinged out, so they know roughly where he is. But they will get a plant for this.
Oh, hang on. Where'd that damage go? Was that previous damage? But Nomad's down to 18. Zel's just nearly catching on the spam here.
But a Paranoia primed, I think, with Happy Weight.
I mean, it has somehow got to a 5v5 in the post.
Yeah, and they're sticking on this one. I quite like what they're trying. I mean, lovely Paranoia from Narrate, but there's the counter. Primed, ready, and considered. Happy Weight tries to hold the line. It's Coconut and Nomad.
Oh my God!
It ain't over yet! Viva! Again, these rounds against the odds when they get creative, they get down and dirty, it works brilliantly.
It's a little concerning to get into a 5v5 in the post there, but a huge Paranoia to just create absolute chaos on the way in. And then No Man strikes at the perfect moment.
One enemy.
It was you. An absolute fumble from Sentinels. Not so easy after the pistol.
I heard, though, if you win the pistol, you make the half easy.
Well,
Come on,
back on classics. Ain't EMEA, so...
Oh. Now, I was going to talk about patience, don't worry. Oh dear,
Lumayan dapat dua.
A Phantom in hand, and away
What
we
the
go.
fuck?
One enemy remaining.
A Phantom in hand to the gods.
Yes,
Cheping sih.
taken away.
The sacrificial rifle.
Tapi ini better jadi 78 nih gue lihat-lihat nih. Makin deket aja nih.
This is much closer than I think, I don't want to say a lot of us expected. I think I was quite surprised and impressed with XLG's form up against PaperX, even in a loss, because PaperX looked really good, right? Like, if you put it in context...
Let's, exactly, yeah. To come out here and have to play against PaperX and Sentinels,
it ain't easy.
Nobody's putting themselves in those shoes.
No, it's
so
a tough game.
sure, cut them a little bit of slack, but I think, I mean, I'm already concerned if we tie things up here. And Sentinels are losing round twos, for example, and...
this is game on.
Yeah.
This is already game on for me. I'm loving what we're seeing. An elimination game that gets close like this, that might test Sentinels early, that XLG could have the opportunity to truly upset. But it's only an opportunity. Still trailing on the score. Has to show, yeah, they have to show a bit of potential into the rifle rounds as well, right? We've seen the kind of early ones that kind of getting a little cheeky, kind of playing a little unorthodox, works really well with them. Now Zekken up on the operator, but he is in the right side of the map for this. A little scary though. Divide comes up. He's seeing them coming through. He gets away. I thought he might have been caught then, but no. Dividing up the site comfortably. Does anyone dare disrespect? Narrate's having to think about.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Narrate.
Oh my god.
Balls of
Oh my
steel
god.
in this one.
Jangan bilang nge-whiff.
Finds Raga, looks for the plant,
Dar.
can't find them.
Oh
Paranoia goes
shit.
in, it gets a little messy. Coconut gonna catch him on that push-up in the end. Plant now in a 4v4.
A chance there for Narrate to go absolutely nuclear, but threat dealt with now, and well, an operator in hand makes it pretty difficult unless XLG give a kill away to Zekken.
We're looking for these retakes. John does not have the dart. No knife yet for Zelsis. Just about coming back in. They need something as that next step forward to springboard toward the site. And this is going to start looking late in the day. Sentinel's got to get a move on, and they're getting given nothing. Apart from a quick death, I guess, from Happyway. That's about it. Takes down two before falling.
Pertama kali gue nonton XLG
is out of there.
Yeah.
This is great from XLG.
Forced to hold on to the operator now. So trading out.
Delapan sama,
try and find something towards sight, but that utility not even getting
Emang di Valorant
across
ini nggak ada
the
yang nggak
first hurdle.
mungkin aja.
XLG with a vice-like grip in the post plant.
This is quite exciting to me.
It's so tough for Narrate here.
Game FPS tuh
You
nggak
got
ada
to
yang
position
mungkin.
if I get two
Apalagi
here.
udah
It's
di
like,
scan
who do I
pro
pick?
ya.
Do I pick the Astra outside? I can take Raga down. Unfortunately,
You guys are kicking ass, bro.
yeah.
They actually are. No word of a lie.
And actually, when we're talking about them winning out some of the scrappy rounds, actually a nice, clean post-plant hold like this,
Now that.
where it didn't feel like an awful lot of pressure other than the rate,
Sure.
is certainly a big tick in the box.
Oh, yeah. That's when you start feeling a bit more of that momentum. And this is with Noman having a quiet game. He's only on the 6 kills. He's not exactly the headliner, but Viva, gotta say for me, the impact of his work has been lovely to watch. Now, Sentinels, you gonna let XLG take the lead on you now? That's the question. The buy's still here. Yes, it's gonna be missing some elements. We've got 2 Bulldogs rather than obviously what they'd want to have, but one away from John's ult. On the other side, Viva, one off as well. One away for Raga too.
Utility from Bang here would imply they're going to challenge the pop on main, potentially. But again, when it's an Astra alongside a Jet, it certainly doesn't feel comfortable. Second posted up with the operator.
Here he comes. He's looking to commit towards the site for now. Oh, it's
blind!
A full-on shot in the dark, and it's rewarded. Raga, who's been nasty. Oh, but look at Bang as well. Layers to this. Thought you were going to be able to get a chase onto one of them? No, absolutely not. So at this point, you're starting to look at XLG clutching onto straws.
Yeah.
What else do they have here?
Bang's done well to get out of sight as well. John QT gonna maybe pave the way.
Chef.
As you said, the paranoia. Beautiful isolation on Coconut here now. Viva feeling the pressure as well.
Yeah, this is lovely. Clinical work from Sen on the play back in. Looking layered, looking like they've got that util on lock, the paranoia. Every kill had about 4 names beside it.
yeah, maybe an indicator of some composure coming back in. I mean, a beautiful opener here from Zekken. Again, Bang just unnoted inside this smoke.
Mantap, mantap.
And that's when it does look good, when it's a Jet alongside an Astra, somebody able to tuck inside, especially with Zekken dashing away immediately.
It was so
kind of eggs XLG into the site.
98.
A couple more of those, but I'm so happy we're getting a good game between these two. I was worried it was going to be a bit of a blowout, right? I know that sounds silly or maybe even disrespectful, but you know, you try and take things in context, and you saw the start of it, I thought, oh. But XLG putting up a performance, fight back now from Sen. This is what it's about. Viva with the ult, Raga with the ult. Big potential combo on this one as well. He's straight up the guts.
Kacau sih Sentinel kalau kalah sama XLG.
Gak
ngerti lagi gua.
Was that on just the end of the ping there?
Nah, that's ridiculous. Zekken. I got to see that back in slow-mo because I'm too old to understand what happened. But Raga's now just become the bouncer, right? He's got an operator there. Dips away, but controls a lot of space.
Tough for Sentinels to break back in here, but Divide committed, Hunter's Fury committed.
Oh,
they found one in here, Narrate found an opener.
And that's a good tag as well, so a bit of information. Narrate's the one who's a problem. They can't clear him comfortably, but look at the post-plant positioning, Mike. They're still on site. They didn't fall back super deep, so they are going to get cornered. There's a chance they can fight in, but that's brilliance from Narrate. That's where you need for the back line. It's now down to 1, he can't stand alone.
Nice,
John gonna manage to close this one up as Zelsis there gets the defuse.
Continuing to look composed in some of these high-pressure scenarios. Things where rounds get a little scrappy, a little messy in terms of expectations, but Narrate does so well. Is it on the end of the ping?
Yeah.
This is the dart expires.
And he just comes back
just
in.
catches him.
Tenang dong. Buset, digeprak boneka Sentinel.
For me was the difference maker. As much as John QT did really well on site, the
Gila,
pressure
soalnya lawan
from Narrate's
XLG,
positioning
bro.
makes it near on impossible
Kalau kalah
unless
sih,
they try and
aduh.
fight forward or, you know, those really last-minute calls that are very, very hard to do on the fly. Narrate, yeah, for me, absolutely outstanding in that round.
First real look for XLG towards mid. So the start here with rifles in hand. Ooh, yeah, actually, no man going to be pinged out here.
Is this a cancel?
Not dealing with the dart. That's a ton of information, even just to know somebody this far forwards. Beautiful flash up, though. John QT still finds it, Lauren.
Was he just sat just behind the wall so he was able to evade the flash? I loved what they were trying to do.
What a beautiful little pop
that was
there.
Super nice little pocket play just called for, but John QT, positioning of a god, no problem. Oh, man. And that's put XLG right back to the drawing board. From the start to the end of this round, it feels like they need someone to over-deliver massively. And Zekken on duty. You don't normally get 2 shots towards Zekken like that. This man, still massively impressive to my eye, but Narrate here, oh, dangerous. Life defined by the smoke. Pop flash in, dart in, and a good spam. Actually, gives away a little bit of the position here, trying to apply that pressure. Narrate's still going to be gatekeeping that push towards the site. They can't split between them. Zekken now turns, but Happyway, once out of danger, gets the spike and gets back to site. That is a bold move from him.
Kita lihat di lawan 2 di sini.
That plant position, I was like, in a little risque, but they're going to have to go against the odds, right? A 2v3.
Yeah.
Util not back yet for John QT or Zelsis, though.
Yeah, but 2 flashes to work with to at least get them towards site now.
They're going to need someone to hit a mad shot, though, from XLG. Coconut left on his own as well on site. Happyway can't really help. The smokes are in place. Already defuse started, and Coconut tries to get a shot in, but he's just being pressured. But under pressure, they shine, leaving Zelsis to find both of them, and he can't do it alone.
Oh no!
XLG.
Defying the odds, Bowen.
Every time, Mike, it's every time. Be it weaker weapons, up against bigger numbers.
Masa kalah lawan XLG, bro?
Doing this. And what a disastrous start.
Yeah, this was just out of line of sight. John QT, so passive, defensive on his position. What a I'd love to know if that was just like a reactionary in the back of, I've been pinged, let me go.
Yeah.
let me go.
Arm off.
Yeah.
Arm off. That was a quick call on the fly, though. Again, yeah, it didn't work out, but it was a nice little concept, right? That could... Look, if someone was a little bit sloppier and it wasn't John QT, you might have had a bit more, but... Second. He's already fallen off the map.
I was going to say, careful on that ledge.
They're going to need the little, like, you know, the training bars on the sides.
I think we're in the bowling.
Yeah, yeah.
Get the barriers up for him.
Come on. And Wayne, just for the pop flash off the contact, it looks like as well, so you can punish if someone did go that way. There is no contact here, however. We can see how deep they're holding. On the other side, Raga waiting very far back.
There are still rifles outside of Zeken's knives, so don't expect XLG to be pouncing on the opportunity to start this round, but this could be awkward timing, considering the minimap right now.
Yeah. I was wondering if Zelsis' flash got heard. It should have been. I think Raga might have been just close enough. And now they're backfilling this place very well. Now, a little bit of pressure towards B, but it wasn't much. But there is still 3 players here. They didn't fall too far away. My eyes are on Zeken. It's on Bang. It's on Zelsis. But they've been met with a lot of force. 40 seconds. I don't think they like what they're seeing here.
No. Zeken throws knives in there. I can see, yeah, Happyway's taking some damage, but
Not
through
enough.
the smoke. 30 seconds left now. They're scrambling for a rotation.
They're going to leave Raga here for now. Can he catch one on the way out? Still trying to show something, puff up the chest and look a little more intimidating. But as it stands, XLG are in the right place, and they've inserted a lurker. I like this. Draw the players over towards A, but you've got to be ready. And that wasn't clean enough. Big punish. Sen open up the chance for the retake now. Red carpet rolled out, and Narrate still waiting. Gonna find one. Viva can't escape the sight. No man next in line. 4 players now. Sharp, but not sharp enough again. Sentinels bulldozering their way back through. As 5, you're not gonna get a stand in this. Sen suddenly looking all on the same page.
It's almost when it gets more chaotic in the post for XLG is where they dig a little deeper here. I mean, Zeken's actually ahead of the curve a little bit. They're split in rotation. Able to isolate one potentially here for Happyway, who, again, usually fairly on point. And that could be the round, well, at least the retake slowing down massively there. If they're held up in mid.
Credit on the spacing, though. Again, you know what I mean? Sacrificial work almost from Zeken, just swinging out. He only had the pistol, I think, by that point. And good spacing. I think it was Zelsis to come around that second spot and make sure they were already teed up for that trade. Again, I like what XLG were doing, though. I don't think it's necessarily a bad plan, what they're up to. I think they've looked quite solid in this. But you're still going to get rounds like that from Sentinels. It's just whether or not we see the consistency as we are into the timeout now, it looks like. Not sure who called this one. Ah, there we go. XLG. Trying to maybe feel they're running a little low on options, or just a check-in.
And not something I usually note, but Sentinel's not using a timeout yet, so feeling still at least
Happy
fairly confident, or at least, you know, from the outside looking in, happy with what, you know, they're hearing in comms, and again, still an opportunity to check in, at least alongside XLG calling, but Sentinel's only 2 rounds ahead, and all things considered hasn't felt comfortable.
No.
XLG able to, I guess, tap into being the anomaly in some of these rounds, or the ability to defy some of the odds that have been stacked against them, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm on your
And
side.
overall in the series as well. But we come back to the same thing. Last time we saw the timeout was ahead of a very crucial round for XLG. And you can repeat the exact same here. Bladestorm in hand. They've scraped together rifles elsewhere. One away for Coconut. So a big tool at their disposal potentially, but this is Sentinels
Get out of my way.
on the brink of finding 12, and XLG being left broke.
Big round. I don't think it's going to find a soul, but I know that XLG are here. And Narrate playing a little bit up closer, and Narrate really taking the reins and some of the, I guess, expectations of damage when it comes to this as well. Because Zeken's not having a hot game. You know when he does. Trust me, you can't miss it. But in his stead, Narrate's absolutely picked up that mantle. So he's standing in the way of their B approach if they do decide to continue this way, which it looks like they're working back to. But the implication of middle has just happened.
Smoke down outside B as well. XLG still huddled behind it. Raga. Heard it there. Now no get out of jail free card unless he's got a line up towards somewhere else now will be noted. But again, no TP away from this, so.
Do they get the timing right to then work up towards B, get that pinch on the site itself? Noman does manage to go through. You're waiting for the next couple of players to trail up to this. Do they get caught? Narrate waiting. He's been good at this one, but No Man's done well here. Much better from XLG, but Narrate still alive, gives him just that little bit of hope in this. Takes a chance, but the spike's now down 4v3.
Now, a rare situation where XLG actually have the numbers advantage here after the spike coming down, yeah.
Well, I'm scared when Narrate's here, man. Like, this guy has been naughty.
Faking the TP this time, but now actually committing to the second.
Finds a bit of space too with that divide, but Coconut, very heads up. Raga does catch second. Not in the most pretty of fashions, but job done for XLG, Mike. Still within touching distance.
Absolutely. Keeping their head just above water here. Keeping Sentinels in check. Again, curious, again, No Man getting away with a couple of goals. I mean, the kill from Coconuts, yeah.
Yep.
You can't really account for those ones.
Nice, boys! Come on, man.
Great for the confidence, too. Keep that up nice and high after timeout now. Now
we're feeling the pressure a little bit, yeah.
Oh. Now, keep in mind, during the other timeouts, obviously they were able to talk.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Right, but this now implies, okay, something's happened we don't like, right? We need to get this one back in touching distance. This should never have been this close.
When you talk about it, I mean, you and I were talking about the comp just before. It's like, it doesn't lean towards Sentinels hard anchoring sides, but a few times they are happy to. They can catch somebody ahead of the smoke. Zekken catching somebody in the smoke.
Yep.
That's sort of the condition for them to go, right, guys, yes, commit to a second. Maybe if we've still got two on site, we'll play for a 2-for-1. That's absolutely fine. But here, XLG are able to just waltz onto site with a Blade Storm and create themselves an advantageous position, which hasn't been repeatable for them. That's where they've struggled. We've even been looking at 5v5s or XLG playing from behind in the post. So curious to know what really is the catalyst for that decision to go quite back and forth for Sentinels, or truth be told.
What do they do coming out of a timeout like this?
Yeah, they're not too sweating in terms of economy here. One away from Hunter's Fury for John QT, but rifles across the board, regens here, but Zelsis does have the null command.
And it's going to be patient for XLG, a slow beginning. Maybe expecting there could be aggression or, you know, something a little bit cheesy after a timeout. You don't want to get caught off guard by any silliness, so go through the motions, right? Viva, our drone out. Going to note one towards tower. Zekken patrolling on site. Paranoia's in. They are going to have to go on this one now. Bang, though, slips into that smoke. We've been waiting for this, but he gives away the position. Still gets his man down. I thought he had another. Noman quickly puts him to bed, but it's a 4v4 post-plant.
This time, Bang only getting away with one, but not able to retreat. Zelsis now the key player for Sentinels in terms of having his ultimate and a ton of utility to work with.
How do they play this? They don't have a lurk. XLG are purely in this one now. We're going to need an individual. Noman trying to shoulder up.
Paranoia
really
again off the drone, potentially?
It's looking pretty much like it, yeah, and Zelsis going to flash this corner. Does get turned, but not fast enough. Sentinels flying back in on the side. It's only Coconut with so much to do. A 1v4. Impossible, yeah. At this point, I think it is Sentinels maintaining that utility, Mike. It was so perfect for the play back in.
And again, even then, once you know that there's some util used, you know he's so deep outside of the side to be able to do that. Everybody almost crumbling on site here. Overwhelmed, just perfectly planned by Sentinels. Almost a carbon copy as previous, like I said, on the information from the Aldrone to set the Paranoia in here and just swept off the site.
But these were the rounds that XLG looked almost the most dangerous in. The broken buys, the odds against them. These were the ones that got under Sen's skin. It ain't safe yet, but one away now from Sentinels to get that first map under the belt. Let's see how it looks in the start. Big info.
Yeah, John QT considering a Hunter's Fury there, but going to hold on to it for the time being. I'm just not feeling confident about the angles. Obviously, you're fairly committed if you want to make use of how linear mid can be for that ultimate, but now becomes a fairly big late round piece actually on the back of maybe the second dart. Switch up here once more in terms of who's on site towards A.
We're running a little fake here. That looks like it. Now they're going to hear the out drone.
Well, this is the thing with XLG's hit towards A. I don't think Sentinel's necessarily going to bite on this.
Now you're looking at a very deep position already for John QT. They have got 2 on the site, right? You're still going to catch 2 on the knife. That's quite convincing.
Yeah.
And you can see the paranoia about middle. John QT just put his dart towards that. So they're still thinking it might be this A split through mid potentially, but Zekken caught in the trap. He's got problems, but he's sticking around, and that's why Happy Way goes down in the rate now. Side by side, catching a bounding Nomad. It's stunning. Back-to-back damage for Sen.
Jangan kasih skor lagi.
And Zekken quick on it as well. Not to be caught out.
Tinggal dua. Buset, Zekken gila.
This guy's still so damn good. 13 to 10.
Nice. GG.
Sentinels got pushed here though, Mike. They got pushed.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, XLG putting up a very good fight here, making Sentinels sweat for sure. We'll have to see if this continues into map 2 after the break.
Well, my fan already died, and I jumped off the map.
Jangan salahkan fan.
He's dead. I know. We're not going for this. Of course he's not going. He's hit 120, bro. Bunch of on the other team, bro.
Nice.
Now that I'm a mom, things are different. Verizon's different too. They let everyone in my family choose different plans. We get what we want and we save money. Love that for me.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Esports World Cup, where we are starting off with Valorant. If you want to win, you have to win against the best.
So looking for revenge.
There's the shorty. And Albion goes crazy.
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation. Heretics have come back all the way. Finally, we won. Finally.
Motopad 60 Pro jawabannya. Ukuran layar 12,7 inci yang gede dan resolusinya ini tajam ya di 3K. Performanya ini juga kencang ya dengan chipset Dimensity 8300.
habisin lah udah 2-0 guys ya. XLG Sentinel jangan sampai kalah bro. Jangan salahkan fahamku kini. Paris kan lagi PS guys. Lagi ricu sih kayaknya, lagi ricu deh.
Hey guys, Mika here with Kaplan. Congratulations on that first map. Now, we saw a little bit of a surprise, as many are seeing here on Abyss in this tournament. We saw Narrate on Omen. Yeah, can we expect more changes like that? And how did that work out for the team? Was it exactly what you expected?
Definitely very happy with it. When we were going to come back to this comp, he was assertive about wanting to play the Omen. It's aggressive. It has a lot of skill expression. That's his zone. And he said, I want to go back to it. I want to keep playing it. So kudos to him.
Yeah, awesome. We also saw you having a little baguette action with Hubert. I have to ask about that because Lou told us you're not supposed to waste French food. Is that a good way of using the baguette?
I think it's incredible. You know, incredibly important for my mental health, which people should care about. And who says I can't finish eating it? I still got a whole map. Hopefully one map.
That is very, very fair. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, we've got Cuba here on the desk, and he said he doesn't appreciate that. We've also got Dan and Zeish, the assistant coach of KC. First of all, thank you for letting us be in your arena. It's been great. And second of all, I heard that you and Tomazzi specifically turned up here today to support Narrate. Is that true?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, we miss him a lot, so we need to come and like watch him playing, so we can give him like some of our energy.
So it's love watch, it's not hate watching.
No, you saw us just before the match. He was doing hurts to me after map 1.
If it was hate watching, then crazy. I will say though, he's not lying, because we briefly walked past the SEN boys backstage, and Narrate was the one that initiated. He waved at you as you walked past.
Little hard.
It was very, very cute. What did you, Dan, think about Narrate's performance on this map?
It's great, and I really like what Kaplan was saying, that Narrate was very secure of wanting to play the Omen on this map, wanting to be very aggressive. We've seen a lot of different versions of Sentinels, especially on who is going to be playing that initiator role. This time around, it was Celsius, and you see the way that Second has a specific way to call depending on who is going to be that initiator for him. So now as we go into the second map, things change a little bit more, but you can expect that same aggression for Narrate. I just thought it was great, especially because imagine you're not playing a Sentinel, you have a little bit of some utility to delay. It's going to be the Omen, it's going to be the KO, and it was great.
I mean, it wasn't perfect though. XLG definitely made them work for it. It was a great it's a great little low buy, here we go, from XLG. Zeish, it was getting a little bit dicey for Sentinels at some point.
Yeah, I mean, on this round, like, I remember when we watched it, I was like, I don't understand really why they're giving a lot of space like this, because Bank had a lot of rotation coming on and he had 3 stars, so like he could like bunker himself and like win a lot of time and just keep the backside at least, because against Eco you don't want to give them a lot of space, and this is what happened this round. Why XLG won this postman? Because they had Haven plus like the close space on CT, so like they could fight from 2 spaces, and like Sentinel just gives them like too much space on this round, I feel. And also this is what happened like on the rest of the side. Bang was not letting them like a lot of space. He was playing in his bunker, so they couldn't go heaven or like cross backside, and they won a lot of rounds like this.
Well, I can't wait to see what resolutions XLG can come up with for map 2, and this is what Havoya had to say.
Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm now with Havoya. Now, that was actually quite impressive on that map. It feels like it was just a little bit close because you brought the score really, really close, especially since the team was getting some momentum going into their attacking half. What do you think was missing in the team in order to be able to do more against Sentinels?
I think we were missing beliefs. I think my team didn't believe they can hit map 1, so we couldn't show up like we finally can win Sentinels, and I hope Lotus is going to be a different case. So let's see.
Hopefully you guys can make a comeback. Good luck.
I don't know many teams, maybe NRG, that would really back themselves against Sen on Lotus, but this has been an ongoing issue with XLG, right? You hear Raga saying things like, I'm not ready for a global event, I'm the worst duelist in this tournament, etc., etc. At what point do they need to start believing? Because Dan, they could risk their entire year of next year onto this match. They have to play Ascension if DRG win their next game.
We always talk about elimination and the stakes of that elimination, but they also have that just being able to play in VCT next year. Having the chance and the possibility of it not happening because Sentinels gets to win here. So they have a lot more pressure to deal with. And yeah, it's a little bit concerning because you need to come out with that mentality of knowing that you can win these series. And it's not going to be easy on Lotus as well. Sentinels is incredible on this map. They played against XLG this map 2 times in Toronto, and they won both times too.
Yeah, let's take a look at agent select here. I mean, XLG, why not? Why not? What do you make of this comp?
I mean, right now, like, are they starting defense? I don't know. They're starting attack, so it's gonna be like really hard for them actually. I think they're gonna have to contact a lot of spaces and like play the raw duels because they don't have that many abilities to take the spaces. Like they have a lot of like defensive abilities, so like they're gonna play a lot of duels and like secure the rounds on where they have the space first because they cannot do a lot of CSOs on the map. They cannot like come back to our C and stuff like this because once they use a lot for space, they have to lock down there.
They have a few interesting walls that we've seen in the post plan that they can bring back, but I mean, that's going to be that second half.
They have to win here, Pansy and Hypok, otherwise their future in VCT is going to be down in the gutter.
Yeah, if it wasn't already pressured enough to be an elimination game at a Champions, you add into the fact that career is potentially on the line. Now, Mike, we could talk to death the ins and outs of this map, these compositions, but I want to start on the emotional sort of approach to this. It's worrying me what I'm hearing from XLG.
Yeah, it really is. It's not the way you want to hear a team talk about them. We're talking about Raga being, I mean, very candid with what he's saying about himself.
Let's go.
Also to check in there, from the outside looking in, it's not how you expect a team at Champions to be talking about themselves. And let's say, they just went 13-10 on map 1. We're not so close. We're not talking about a team getting absolutely blown out of the water.
No. Yeah, that's the bit that's got me a little worried. But let's see how this looks. I quite like the Sage. I don't think Raga was looking to be where he is now, but Zelsis can allow the funnel to go forward. He doesn't look phased by it yet. The paranoia has to come in, and he still stood his ground. Maybe a little too long. At the same time, John QT's falling. Oh
my God.
There he is. Look, Zekken had a quiet map 1. But if this is the tempo he comes back in with, it will be a quick reminder. And I loved hearing about what Narrate was, well, the coach was talking about Narrate in that regard, letting him make the play, pull up his own number, and it's a clear out from Sen. I like this. If Narrate's feeling confident in the roles he wants to pick, going in on that Omen in map 1 there, this is a good look for them. And XLG, it feels like we're on very polarizing sides here. Confidence on one side and a lack on the other.
We're on thin ice. And that's even to say Narrate being the one on Sentinels to say, yeah, we had some confidence issues on stage. You know, these 2 kills. I mean, using the paint shell ahead of this as well, gets on the reset, so makes it even easier on the way in. Actually, credit to Zelsis, surviving long enough that
bantai, harusnya bantai nih,
which wasn't the initial plan. They wanted to get in with the wall, overwhelm whoever's on site here, and maybe have the paranoia as a further tool at their disposal. But yeah, obviously in this first half, they're going to live or die by the util. With this sort of composition, it requires a lot of commitment from some of these individuals to go forward and find kills off very unorthodox setups.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're going to see some funky walls for sure, but what we saw in map 1, it doesn't necessarily play towards the strengths that we did see. We'll check here from the right outside B, didn't catch. Put the rotation in motion, but now obviously a Prowler in response, maybe keep him and John QT interested at least. Second in a position to farm, but really slowed down on. He actually gets the tag onto Happyway.
Yeah. Coconut looking a little worse for wear as well. So does now have the help coming in from Narrate. Up and over the wall he goes. Maybe not intentional in that, but Celsius actually to catch Raga. Oh man, this is brutal. What?
Coconut's underneath the scope.
How's he managed that one? It's now into a 3v2.
Gila,
They
di-press
made something
gue
out of
gaming dari
nothing now.
XLG.
Will it get
Kita
wrapped
lihat
up
di
in the
sini.
photo? Let's find
John
out.
GT. John GT.
Within touching
Oh no.
distance. Oh, that ain't pretty. So Noman's got a
Outlaw.
chance. It eats the power
2
away,
melawan
but
1.
doesn't lose his cool. My God, where'd you run to? Most of it's walled off. A tap on the spike and a missed shot.
Nice.
It's not good
Itu
enough.
dia.
Bang there with
Backup-backupannya
Zelsis.
mantap.
It got closer than it should have.
Yeah, I mean, only bringing 2 out there. If they can retrieve the Bulldog, I think they're slowing down now the defuse to make sure they have got that in hand.
Always with XLG in these sort of rounds, though. They are so good when it gets just, like, weird.
Almost looks like it goes through the knee of Happyway. Vargo, unfortunately. His ankle broken on the way in here by the util.
Reloading.
Yeah, you could say, I mean, at least the secondary objective here, won out by XLG.
Yep.
It's going to keep Sentinels in check in terms of the finances. Considering, yeah, the full force behind this.
Yeah, big investment from Zekken as well.
John QT is going to struggle outside of a weapon, though. So we'll be past one across, so maybe to spread the funds.
Paranoia pain shell, no. See smoke and a pain shell going to go in. Oh,
That's got a pre-fire there. It was like jump spots into the spam. More retrieval on opposite sides of the map here for both teams. XLG looking to create a little bit of pressure outside C, but again, this composition, don't expect Sentinels to be chomping at the bit after that first jump peak. So the final destination might be B site, though.
they've worked the map. But, oh, that's the Raga we've been waiting for. Mechanical beast. Couple more of those, and who knows where this game goes.
Contact swing just falling apart for Sentinels. Trying to find their way towards C once more. Slowed down, but Zelsis caught very early on. Flash actually catching, but I'm not sure if Happyway was impacted by that.
30 seconds left.
Zapping
Quite
sih.
alive for XLG. Starting to see some of that theory again. The wall now, this time having a couple players on it, certainly makes it a little bit easier to deal with Zelsis, who was very, very comfortable staying alive on site before. So you're starting to see the idea that XLG are working with, and they worked the map again, though. How did Raga get those two? Like the first fair play, but the second, the snap. Oh, it was tasty. I just want to see more of that from him, right? Like, that's the thing.
Again, for somebody that's saying they're struggling with their confidence and their faith in their own ability, and I mean the biggest concern really being, I wasn't really listening to my teammates, and you know, I think he said, did I say I played like a bot?
I think so.
Like, again,
I think so.
Different kind of bot on display here in this round.
Yeah. That's getting a straight report. Like, that was wild. And again, it gave him so much freedom. Like, there's no support going to see anytime soon, right? You've got to wait on players who come from A. Here we go. I'm sure we'll see this one again. Yeah. Okay.
Zekken's not late to this either.
Oh, good timing on the swing.
Pala semua tuh.
And this is the layering we were looking for in the earlier round that they weren't able to do with the wall.
Yeah, fully caught by the flash.
Well, pay attention, I guess, is the big thing. Does this continue? Is there still depth and life in XLG? How much confidence does this give them? I like how they look here. Unorthodox, yes. Early control towards Rubble.
Iras aja sama Sentinel.
But in the meantime, you can see the work towards Mound coming in, very much looking to punish Zelsis over and over, who is only on a stinger.
Yeah. So much more problematic hold here towards C, trying to deal with some of the utility outside XLG. Similar sort of approach here. We're not going to see a probe sent out once more towards B. But just be all in.
Same thing. See the adjustment already from Zelsis though. Going to tuck towards the box and play close. Kind of has to. Did get caught in the net. Speaking of caught, John QT and Zekken very unaware. Like very not used to dealing with this, and yet it is unorthodox. It's a very different site take.
Yeah, but this is where you then talk about the actual utility that XLG have. You don't want to commit towards those sort of side positions, especially with the wall is the curveball.
Nice.
Narrate does catch Coconut though.
Tapi belum di plan.
Showing a hand there as he pulled out the smoke. Slowed down here with the trap.
Kasih lele.
Post-plant util is rotten, isn't it?
Yeah.
Layers to this.
Blind.
Paranoia looking like it was going to be thrown towards site itself.
Blind rush.
Yeah, it is. And great time from the Ray who's... he was really close on that one. A valiant attempt, but XLG, you let him get that spike down, Mike. I'm worried.
My concern would be in some of the buy rounds now if Sentinels try and find something outside Mound. Maybe reposition Zekken towards this side of the map. Like I said, I mean, Zelsis is staying alive here, but it makes it so hard for the second and third player coming through to try and give him some support. They're walking into an absolute slaughter.
Raga now, though, this is 2 rounds. He's got 2 massively impactful.
Waduh. Sentinelnya digebukin coy.
Oh, didn't go well for Zelsis there either. NT. Now, this is when my fear of what I don't say what happened on Haven before Giants. I don't think it's the exact same scenario, but the ability to adapt and identify what's happening was a big problem. It felt like kind of playing against that breach in the way it was happening. I didn't like it. Now, this is a very new look, right? They are not used to playing against this clearly, so they don't get their same lines they get to run. They have to learn on the fly here, Sentinels. This puts them under a bit of pressure. Yeah, there'll be a bit of tape on this though. It's not the first time you'll see this.
No, it's very different. But it's prepped out of their wheelhouse. Yes, absolutely. The protocols change entirely. Like I said, these sorts of positions Zelsis is playing usually. I mean, I love the Vice on this map, and it's usually so good in terms of holding some of these flood. Not necessarily rush XX, but
pistol
so kind of all in and fairly linear. Right, gonna get shut down here, and no real chance for Sentinels to get anything going.
This is nice.
Yep. Flawless will come through here. XLG up to 3.
I'm gonna be honest. I quite like what we're seeing. I really do. Now, obviously, this was up against what I think Sheriff's mostly across the board. Now, I think this then just puts my eye towards the adaptation, right? How well can they learn
Guys,
on
nice
their
call,
feet?
nice pivot. We're good. I hold.
Because the issue is with this comp as well, like if you see the Sage Wall somewhere, XLG can really tap into some misdirection.
Absolutely.
Once they've kind of made what was I saying?
Yep.
Get Zekken over here, and it'll be around where XLG aren't actually stacked up here. I was concerned previously, there was like 5 drifting towards Mound immediately. If Sentinels were a little sloppy on their execution, could have been a massive concern, but the stars align. Get themselves Mound control and probably have a good feel for the map here. Not necessarily any confirmation from XLG, but the spy cam maybe caught something.
Zelsis does have ult as well. Going to be respecting the util and falling back a little bit, right? 3-man stack on the cross. Building towards site now. They got to get ready. Pop the ult from Noman. Going to clear backside. Find nothing for it. But still, the site is looking likely for the plants. And a shot in the dark could not have been better. Coconut going to catch Narrate, who wanted the ult on top.
Again, catching everybody but 2, I think. So, with 3 pistols or secondaries in hand for XLG.
But it's only Zelsis going looking, right? Like, this is a very individual effort. And the timing miscalculated.
They almost rotated away from this, expecting everybody to peel away from sight. 30 seconds left. No plant coming just yet.
Oh, Noman's in trouble here. Still fine, actually. Has to try and carve his way out, but he's bought time with the lovely little C's on that nade there. Goes back for a second glance. Maybe a touch too confident on that, but Zekken is still alive. Took a big chunk of damage, though.
Yeah, HP and util advantage, though, for XLG.
And if they need it, Raga's still got that res.
Yep.
Right, if it gets dicey. And I think they know they've done enough. This worries me with Sen. This really worries me. I said, when they're out of their comfort zone, when they're out of that wheelhouse, They need that good leadership, that good touching base. I want to see an early timeout as well.
Yeah, you talk about that, but also in this regard, you need a couple of Sentinel players to do what they occasionally do, which is, go toe-to-toe and get a 3K, get a 4K to really shut down something. We're not really seeing any standout performances. We're seeing from map 1, everybody kind of stepping up to the plate and everybody on the same page, kind of delivering the same thing. Zekken a little slow to start, but picked up towards the end of it. Here, we need somebody to really go forwards for Sentinels.
Because that's the thing with the Sentinels roster in my head. I mean, geez. Oh, God, a second away. 10 HP already at that point too. Yeah, a bit of a misread it looks like there. But again, the thing with Sentinels is they are a team who can beat the odds themselves, right? How many times do they do that lower bracket run? How many times do they over-deliver when we've been pretty down in the dumps about some of their regular season performances in the past? They can excel. But they do need a player or two to step up to that player. Be it a second, be it a bang, be it Narrate. I don't really care who it is.
I think they are a team because of what we've seen historically, that you can apply a little further scrutiny in terms of wanting Narrate to again, Narrate, guy on the screen right now, capable of superstar performances.
Hands down.
And then we come and see kind of Zekken and Narrate aligned towards the middle of the pack for Sentinels, and that's when it's like, then you come back to the confidence discussions, the on-stage vibes and things like that, and it's like, that's where your concerns kind of are conceived. And
yeah. But I will say, I'm happy we have an early timeout. Right, like this to me, puts a lot on the man on the screen though. Kaplan gonna have to try and figure this one out fast and get it through to the boys on the stage too. Because XLG have already set their marker, right? They look good here. I like how they look.
I'll go as far as saying as well, you're already in the lead on attack with this comp. It's going to be a nightmare to attack into this.
Christ, I wouldn't want to go near it.
The worst possible thing you'd want to do, to have to close out a series 2-0 and you come in potentially a deficit from the first half, to then have to overcome this comp on the defensive side.
I seem happy with the investment. Operator there in his hands. Similar starting
hit
from
with
Sen.
the scope as previous, so.
Yeah. What's the adjustment? So they're going to leave, it looks like, more dedication on position from Bang. Narrate here.
A catch there.
Crikey. Actually
catching. That's a 52.
Gonna get that heal though. And it looks similar, right? Show presence on A, drift back towards C. Put a bit of a clear on some of the utils. See if you can catch something.
Spot, man.
Zelsis is going to have to learn a whole new set of lines of holding this site, right? He isn't alone, though, now. He does have John QT over here. Here comes the ult. This time going to try and posture up, try and stand his ground, but he's already going to be seized up here, slowed down. He's got every single ult. Look at him. He's in the wars. It took a rocket to bail him out, but he still falls nonetheless. And they're aware of Raga here. They know what's going on. Zekken waiting for it, spots one on the cross-up. Good work from Zekken. Paint shell as well, and Sentinel's starting to get a grip on this one, but Raga investing the res, goes on a swing, Zekken still standing, still delivering, takes away Noman and drifts away.
Just Zekken and John QT though. Just 10 seconds left.
Aduh, dapat. 2 lawan 2.
Wait out this util, again buying a ton of time for XLG.
Jangan bilang stepping lagi.
You're not going to catch, but is dealt with. Raga curious towards the swing.
This could be huge for Raga. Playing up close, he gets decimated. Zekken on for the ace, and he's got it. We wanted a big performance from one of them, and Zekken is there in those lights, looking sharp.
Exactly the sort of round you'd want to see from Sentinels. Again, Zelsis able to survive a hell of a long time, make things as difficult as possible. The catch on the res here, beautiful from Zekken. Almost trademark sort of rounds for him. Hopefully something for the rest of the Sentinels team to really get behind. Ride that wave now.
Gelo.
An operator in hand for him.
I don't even talk about the fact it took 5 from Zekken to deal with that round, but for now, we take it when you get those. He's going to get the reward of the operator too. Taking over the position, basically, from Zelsis, it looks like. But a new approach from XLG. Opting for that look towards a B side. John QT put on notice quick.
Right, we've got to be very careful. He's desperately trying to bait out the wall and does. Obviously here the benefit of having the Sage, you can kind of dip your toes and recover from the sort of early wins you look for in terms of util. Leave Happyway posted up. Same slow goes out, not going to catch anybody here outside. Sentinel's much deeper in terms of Bang's position, at least from the previous round.
Ini campur mie, mantap nih.
I mean, 40 seconds left now.
Foto ya, buset.
We've got a double lurk coming through on the back of the wall being dealt with early on.
It's Elsis again, man. He needs this. Ooh. And actually, it's Narrate in the meantime to find Raga. Now maybe feeling it's good with that B pivot, and it is. But Happyway's getting ahead of the curve by quite a large margin. Does he catch second? No! Look how quick this guy is. Flies around the corner, takes him away. Post-plant we go. Coconut, Viva, and Noman still alive. Looks like Viva wants to stay on the site here if he can. This paranoia has to be perfect, Mike.
Yeah, could set things in motion here, but Viva going ahead of the curve himself.
Oh, he still got it. He got down John QT and gets away alive. Trying to claw away at some of those win cons that sit so well for Sen. 14 HP ain't much to play with. And Zekken bounds in, but Coconut desperately trying. Zekken into the 1v1 up against Nolan.
Oh no,
He's already done so much this round. He's going to have to do so much more. Can't be done this time. Denied at the final hurdle. As Noman holds on and lets them know.
Tiba-tiba tinggal 1 lawan 1.
Down to the wire here on B side. Varga actually being caught here with the spam. Second.
Coconut. Please.
Sit down, baby! I'm here, 2 kills!
Not the 3.
Not the 3.
It's 2. But a valuable.
Yeah, well, all that was needed here to prevent Zekken from going back to back.
Dude, Zekken.
In terms of delivery for rounds for Sentinels. Showstopper online now. Sort of back to a more standardized approach here in terms of posting Bang up a little deeper. It'll be the indicator for XLG to find something elsewhere. Zelsis now considering getting himself back towards the pillar. Again, XLG are, again, with this wall, they're able to get through a blender that usually a lot of other comps would just crumble.
Yeah.
We have a Raze, maybe they can get ahead of it, or a Yoru potentially, but the wall negates the snake bite. So it allows a couple of players from XLG to actually commit to these engagements.
You can see the method to it. It works really nicely. Now Bang might be here in some of this. He definitely does now. Managing to stay away and go back in on the swing here. Can't quite see him. Now he can.
Ngeselin sih, bomnya Pade sih ngeselin
Thought he
sih.
was on for a sitter there. Bang's in so much trouble. The firing squad hunting him down, and Narrate just about gets away with his life.
30 seconds
For the big boys here, Zekken, the man who's made these rounds look possible.
Yeah.
Played in by the death of Narrate. Denies one and caught in with Viva. Alleviates the stress, and now the plant looking perfect.
Absolutely, yeah. Zelsis and Drunk
Nge-thread doang.
have to sit and watch this one pass them by.
Balik lagi. Sentinel harus saving.
Find 6 now, Lauren.
Tawan.
Here with the late note on the back of the utility. Gonna put Happyway in a position to maybe pick these kills. I don't know if Sentinel's considering even looking for an exit here with 250 in the bank, and nobody else really in a position to throw much else into this.
When do we? I don't want to discuss a double timeout, but
I mean, it depends. It depends what the expectations is coming into this map for Sentinels. But they've got to be very high. It's Lotus, for God's sake.
This was their choice, and to my mind as well, it's the fact that they've had one timeout. And yeah, that kind of got Zekken firing, but that was about it. And you look at the round that Sen got, Zekken won a bit. They got close in another because he got, what, 3 in that one? 4? Christ, that was...
First for Viva's beautiful.
Very nice. Look, Viva's...
Waduh.
Oh, he's broken.
Hancur rame tuh.
Oh, mate.
Buset, rusak tuh apa? Roti itu ya?
Can't do that. It's a double
That's of course, yeah. You double snap, you call it the second timeout. Of course you are.
You're pumping them brakes quick. because it must be frustrating from a coach's perspective too, because obviously for us, we can see everything, right? But I don't know if they're equipped with a solution to this, such an unorthodox sort of team and composition against you, but you can't be falling short at this point.
No, especially when you come on stage and say, yeah, one more map left. Like,
brutal.
It's, yeah, fairly telling. And again, take nothing away from it. This is not all to discredit Sentinels. This is actually really giving credit where it's due to XLG to make this composition work. And
yeah,
again, even in the non-cheese rounds, they're winning out in terms of opening duels where Sentinels are going forward. The previous isolation of Bang, a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Again, that's where these aggressive angles can be punished by this sort of composition. You're corner slow, you're forced to crouch, you're stuck behind a wall, you're all sorts of weird and wonderful things going on.
Yeah. I also love the fact that they're still doing great defaults, they're still clearing utility deep, they're still testing that wall on B, they're handling the three-play stack on A, like they're still doing the good stuff.
Yeah, defying the odds is actually finding these engagements and winning them out, again, without, I mean, you got the paranoia, but without flashes and without anything to really set anything in motion. That's why we're seeing XLG snowball in some of these rounds. Coming out of the timeout, lesser purchase for Sentinel, so now equipped maybe for aggression, but a very quick pivot back towards the snowball.
Dihajarin, di-press balik.
Second, stay out the side of smoke.
Second, mate, you got a showstopper, go on.
Second, can you get us around, please? We really would like one. Second, please. Oh, that's not what the doctor ordered.
Expecting XLG to just bulldoze their way out here, and again, maybe great awareness on the side of XLG. Let's, you know, wait it out a couple of seconds.
Yeah, they're going to get desperate or whatever, but
And now I'm worried again about this C-side hold. And the TP actually baiting out some of the util from Zelsis as well. XLG so good in terms of early round protocols.
Oh,
well, having said that,
we go in on.
Having said that,
Michael,
the slow and the snake bite catching Viva here.
You've absolutely cursed us around. That's crazy work, Raga. Hold up. Raga's been nasty, and that's why you've got to pay attention when he's still breathing. Bang left in the 1v2. Both close, but his position now considered. What are you meant to do here? Has to deal with it. They're just playing together in this one. Smoke back up in 5. Oh, God. This is an arduous walk back. He's trying what he can for the angle.
Oh, shit.
NT. But still.
NT 73
what happened?
A live curse.
Gimana ceritanya nih?
I've never seen anything like it.
Belum attacker ada chipper.
Did they think you pop both of the slow? Because it's the saddest thing to watch. And then the 30 seconds left.
Oh, no.
And then it's just explosive from XLG after that. Raga finding two, a happy way over the top as well. The second's like, what do I do?
Yes, man! Happy, Artur, your shots are insane.
7-3, by the way.
What is going on? I'm loving it. You know, I guess welcome to champs, right? Welcome to champs. What a first game we get given.
Well, so the concern is it doesn't look like it's even nearly over yet.
Bang! Looking like he's just asleep at the wheel. I know exactly. And that's a rarity. I always feel like Bang is the unsung hero of Sentinels, right? Does the quiet work, does it well, safe pair of hands and all that jazz. It's rare to see him go off. Yeah.
I mean, actually, able to deal with creating a hole just before it solidifies, so not necessarily locked out just yet.
Anjir.
God.
But, I mean, you're walking into a blender.
The util is so sick from XLG.
Like, that's the thing where they can find freebies on the way in.
Yeah.
They're not burning anything up. Then they get a plant. Good luck getting back in. If they can get these deep traps down, a deep wall, for example, like here, it's just absolutely brutal.
You're absolutely cooked. And this is on the attack. This is XLG with 3 Sentinels on the attack.
Very worried. Sentinels now. Like I said, they're going into the lesser favoured side of this map.
This is a confidence builder.
Gila,
They close out
di situ
quickly
tuh.
on the second half here, right? Let's assume as such. Mate, confidence has to be sky high. Gotta be.
Oh, run me some of those interviews again.
Yeah, give me some of that. Talk to him again. We've got Raga starting to fire up here as well, like not on his own. The theory's right. This is nice. Expecting a bit of aggression, it looks like, from Sentinels, but not towards Mound here.
Yeah, adjustment as well from the util between Zelsis and John QT. Similar sort of thing we've seen earlier on in the half, and it actually will call out or pull out the pit here from John QT to maybe act as a deterrent, but there's a trap inside it. Spam not connecting ahead. Well, chip damage sure, but not connecting the way you'd like for Sentinels.
They're doing so well at getting this wall down.
Again, ahead of
like,
the minute mark.
pressuring. Yeah, like the fact they're doing this with very non-traditional utility to allow for it is really, really impressive.
Yeah, because you've not got a flash to force somebody off an angle. And now look at what they've got coming towards actually taking some space back away from Sentinels. Bang again. Panic button. He's out of there.
He can't stick around on this. Again, the layering up, the scaling up, super nice. Looks like Narrate will go for the ult. Yeah, that's going to catch all. I'm pretty sure that's everyone noted. Reaction time. 30 seconds. Narrate trying to hold the line and get swept. Ankles broken, and XLG looking to eye up the site. The Zek can get to hold this down. Not really. Swinging through the smoke. XLG firing.
Kompak sih dia, teamworknya bagus.
Rez comes through as well. It's just John QT and only an SMG to try and make things work.
Oh shit, tawar lagi.
Field here, good for one, but Viva will close out
Dapet
a
timingnya, control mapnya
9-3
dapet.
half here
What
for
a
XLG.
What a goddamn half. You do not see that every day. They made this composition work, and they made it look goddamn so good. They get drawn on the defending side in just a minute, so you don't want to miss this one.
Gila nggak tuh? Satu orang di triple pick anjing. Bingung mau nembak yang mana dulu. Tiga, nah nggak keramat nih. Comeback. Anjing lah.
Bingung mau nulis apa? Ya, gampang di Canva.
Sempat nggak nih bikin mie dulu? Bikin mie dulu kali ya.
Coinbase econ report there at the bottom, but I mean the main story is the fact that XLG have put Sentinels on notice. Like, this is a different looking side. I mean, you can look at Raga there already, doing rather well for himself overall, and the story of his performance, hard to even see numerically, but the impact he had, fantastic.
For sure, yeah. And just to put things in context, Sentinels traditionally, at least across this year, tracking at a 60% win rate on the defense. So, XLG coming out, putting on a show here in the first half. And a real, within touch of distance, forcing a map 3.
Oh, it feels likely.
Off rip.
It feels likely. Again, I then bring into the fact that we have Haven potentially as a third. Now, I'm not going to curse it by talking about it yet, but there's a lot to be said about that map and a lot to be said about Sentinels on it. So I'm sure the desk and the fans watching at home will be potentially a little worried if you're a SEN fan at the very least. XLG, however, I did not expect this, and I'm so happy to see it. We've started to see Ra get activated. We're seeing Viva still looking good. Everyone is doing their job in a fashion that none of us saw coming.
See how Sentinels will approach these early rounds in the second half. Viva
Big
spotted here, but doesn't take any damage. That's crucial.
He also saw all the players basically pegging it towards A. So no, man, you don't want to go down early here because they're waiting for an opportunity.
Big catch there. Raga, you see, he was toying with the idea, but now going to place the wall down. Obviously in the pistol, going to have a, regardless of actually, it's a chance to solidify, but Zelsis actually finds the opener.
Yeah, what a cracking opener from Zelsis, but time being purchased. The slow is here, the rotation's now in play. But can they land the shots? Narrate says no, but Happyway on the punch back gets 2 for himself. The site's not secure though, and Sentinel's still held at arm's length. The problem is him. Happyway does dip out of the site now, playing it smart, and Viva coming over to support. Didn't really land clean enough to John QT to take him down, but certainly noting the plan.
Yeah, second player noted for XLG. So Sentinels have a chance to pivot away quickly if they want to. They're going to do just that. It's a little bit concerning though once you get into B site here. Get a little scrappy on the post plant, but tuck a player in towards main. Right on guard here for first contact.
That's a tough one. Narrate is going to burn the Prowler, that's fine. Still has the Haunt too if needed, but he's drawing a lot of eyes on him. Look at the rest of his side, Bang and John QT, one towards main, one towards blue room. This is tough for XLG, but that's a step in the right direction. They now know where they were, but knowing where Narrate is and dealing with Narrate are two very different things.
Very different things,
yes. Needed start though.
Let's go.
A 3K from Narrate and the pistol could be something to spur Sentinels on. Again, Raga really unlucky here. Zelsis a little, I mean, considering a 9-3 score on the first, brazen to find the opener. You see already Raga toying with the, oh, that's a
smile, Pookie, smile.
Hell of a delay there in the fist bump.
No delay, it's okay.
Hate to see it. Synergy all over the place.
Yeah, look.
Just not
the post-mortem after this is going to be rotten.
Well, and it's lucky to not see Sentinels headed towards C, because doubled up on trips here and 3 players holding down the fort. But we'll find themselves a little bit of space outside A. Scale into. Viva can find anything here with the Sheriff. It's like fairly deadly in some of the anti-ecos previously.
Oh, yeah. Good reminder, those were some of the scariest rounds actually on map 1.
Yep.
For now though, this looking very simplistic in approach. Sentinels making sure they're doing their due diligence. There are 3 players around that corner, maybe not where you'd want to be, so turning tail. Now getting to about 40 seconds. I'm getting a little more worried.
Yeah, very hesitant here from Sentinels.
I didn't mind it on the way scaling up, but...
Yeah, we did have a round 2 flip as well previously, so that's why Sentinels are really taking their time.
Seconds left. Viva looking dead. Yeah, Zekken going to take that opportunity to move up, but Raga slips ahead. Zekken tearing him apart, though. Quelling all that danger that was building. Zelsis.
Shaky on the first there, yeah.
Yeah. The echoes of Kyobi still alive and well, but Happyway, I mean, what's he gonna do? Not much.
Send John QT back in, but Zelsis cleaner on the second. Second on the board, now 5th overall.
30 seconds left.
Chance to still have a say in this second half. Zekken under a ton of pressure here. Able to catch the reload just in time.
Yeah.
Then Narrate bails him out.
You need more of that, though, as here comes the first real tester, I guess. Right, the buy coming in now for XLG. Bonus for Sen. That's pretty well established. We do have that Phantom with Bang. Bulldog with Zelsis. Guardian with Narrate. We do have what looks like it's going to be a fight over on this side of the map to start with, too.
Slow orb to maybe separate
hello.
Bang TP and forwards. Can we obviously note the weird smoke. wall to actually get over the top of the Viper wall here.
That's madness, though, but maybe not guessing or assuming the Bang had already TP'd over. Gotta put him out on an island. I thought there'd be more layers to it.
I should have known because of the weird smoke that he's got in there to avoid the reveal.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscalculation it looked like from XLG. And obviously for Viva, there's no way out really on the fade. You're kind of stuck there. Sen having to still figure out this new puzzle of what this A approach is going to look like. We're going to spot No Man though. First info on him.
Kept in check for the time being. Sentinels again going to potentially look for a quick pivot through the door. The main blocked off though. There's not necessarily immediate reinforcements on site here. Even though the sight lines are still open, Zel's just got a ton of obstacles to overcome.
30 seconds left.
Plant in.
So still paranoia here. Outside that, not much util to really make use of for XLG.
Yeah, they're going very slow about this one.
Yeah.
Very, very slow. Sen will be lapping up this time. Smokes are going pretty deep, facilitated by the positioning from Happyway pretty much. But it does mean he can get backfilled. You see Zelsis closing in. Bang takes him away, but not before they draw blood on Zekken. Little look through towards that blue door, and No Man's doing well.
Oh!
Zelsis! What is that snap? I don't think he even meant it!
Looking shaky previously, but that was absolutely beautiful
Show
from Zelsis.
that.
With a bulldog as well.
How'd he get that second?
That's gorgeous. On the fadeaway as well.
Yeah, take some of that.
Marshall, I love you.
Oh,
It's not often we catch a wholesome moment like that.
oh, I wish you'd say nice things to me.
Third in a row, though.
Third in a row. All right, how strong's your cursing capability?
Well, I think we've already seen a fairly good example of that.
Yeah. How do you feel about this comeback?
Awful.
Oh, okay. Okay.
3 rounds to kick off the second half is usually just a mandate for a loss.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so we're
Reddit's
looking at the
got my
odds.
back.
Yeah, of course. Narrate does have already. Zekken only 2 away from his, 2 off from Zelsis. So building up nicely here on the other side, pretty far off. And this round having to suffer through it, right? Like there's a little bit of stress in that regard. And Zelsis starting to fire up here.
I was going to say, whether or not Happyway was going to continue on the path there. It's going to be Raga. Try and hold down the fort here. Does have the wall to slow things down, but previously it was Zelsis again to find that opener towards A. But Sentinels maybe second-guessing their approach here, or playing into the fact that maybe they've drawn a rotation, which they ultimately have.
Leaving it late against this comp does scare me a bit, though. I mean, this isn't maybe the round to be super worried about it, but they've actually manipulated the map so well. For Sentinels, they get the complete access to C with no resistance. So in we go. That plant will be absolutely free.
As I say, just a can potentially for the retake, but burn up here just as confirmation, which, again, 15 seconds left on the clock. Should be no surprises there. Again, paranoia, yes. Still got the wall. But it's Sheriffs. A scope in the hands of Raga. At a disadvantage here in round 16.
XLG need to get into this game, though, or into this half, should I say. First half was exceptional. Started to see that.
Don't want to give the progress across. Just going to wait it out yet. I mean, with Zelsis and Zekken want to wait. Probably 2 massive concerns heading into a bye round up against those ultimates. Well, still going to get it anyway.
That's one of them, Zekken.
And he's got it by the death, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. They've done their job. Celsius doesn't really matter what you do now. All good. Omen does make it in. That's a lot of ult for Sen, Mike.
Yeah.
That could be a gap closing sort of situation, really.
Call a timeout here for XLG, because, again, not the first time we're in a fairly crucial
good shit, boys.
Round on the board here. I should say, laid out in front of them.
And And this
As not finding the same success they did in the first half.
Look, I
think it's not just to add on to that, Lauren. Sorry, Sentinel's probably feeling a little more comfortable about the approach that you would have with this sort of composition on defense.
It's more known.
It's
more known to an extent, right? You understand how it's going to be implemented. You can work around that.
The way you really play with this and play into the strength is quirky XX, getting a wall above a smoke, and getting onto C site, negating some of the snake bites and the thorns and stuff from Zelsis. Here, again, figure out where the Sage is. Okay, well, we know what the Sage is going to do. We know what the Deadlock's going to do. When we find the Cypher trips, at that point, you're kind of just going through the motions.
Yep.
Which is why Sentinels are probably taking a little longer in some of these, down to, 20-second, 15-second plants and whatnot. But that's absolutely what they need to do. And it's going to be really frustrating to then be playing a composition that doesn't enable you to go forward.
I can imagine. And this is where those nerves and that little bit of self-doubt for XLG is going to start weighing heavier and heavier. If you get locked out on the half that traditionally you'd imagine this composition would thrive in, be it we could talk it away logically, they're still going to feel that weight on their chest. And round by round, you're seeing Zelsis getting more involved, Zekken looking deadly. You got Narrate now really starting to fire up too. This is getting scary for XLG. And this round could be the checkmate, but it looks like they've got a bit of a plan in mind. That's the start of it, and that might be the end of it. Zekken putting Happyway to bed instantly.
Coconut and Nomad now still to try and hold down the fort, but a showstopper, can it connect? It will find Coconut.
Yeah, look, Zekken, bang, the sight's theirs. Taken so methodically after what I thought could have been a dangerous start. It wasn't. It was controlled chaos.
Because again, it's a comp you don't want to see XLG playing into trades and looking to find openers and stuff. You really want to sponge some of the hits coming through from Sentinels and rely on some of this cheese in terms of slowing things down, isolating players, getting them stuck in corners and whatnot. So I'd love to know specs. I think, again, just had a quick look. I think across this year, XLG in total have like 23 reps on this map, 8 different compositions, but the defensive win rate actually sits sub 50%.
Oh,
I'd love to know the split actually on this composition. Because here, this is, like I said, we're almost outside of the stats for SEN. It's rare you ever see them concede the way they did on the defense. Has happened a few times.
Yeah.
But anomalies for sure.
Yeah. But this is when you start looking at SEN as the team that it doesn't really matter that scoreline sometimes on the half. They can march it back, right? It's the slow and steady, round by round, figuring out those win cons, dealing with Happyway like it was nothing in second here. I mean, he's...
Did you catch it just outside of obviously the save here? What the buy's going to look like? Cause,
I actually didn't see.
I mean, we're back to obviously... Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah.
Ah, look at that!
Still fairly muted on stage, actually.
Yeah?
I mean, still, scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, we're getting really down to the dregs of it.
Gaps in util. There's a Bulldog out, there's a Guardian out.
Okay, bang, back in. There we go. This is what we're waiting for, the consideration of it and the spray. It's desperate from Raga, but it's still bang alive, but he can only go so far. Gets put in the corner, Zekken kidnapped, and XLG finally find their footing.
Yeah. A stark contrast here in terms of the trap that Sentinels walk into. Speaking of, John QT and Zelsis, if they do decide to head on to C. Nobody here to find a kill on the back of them, but we'll at least note their presence here as they progress into sight. An anti-Zekken trip above their heads.
There's no way, right? 2v4? 2v5, excuse me. And a res, 2v6?
Zelsis got ult.
Nah.
John QT's got a snake bite.
Nah. Stop it.
This could tie things up.
Nah. I get scared. I don't know why I'm scared. I shouldn't be scared. This is fine. Look at the utility. It should be fine. Yeah, John QT's dead and Coconut's there. It's all good. For a second, there was a little bit of doubt in my mind. All good.
Just what you want to see, though, when they are scraping loose change together in terms of the buy to come out with a flawless round and get themselves up to double digits. Yeah, and actually the contrast to what I said in the previous round, this isn't the sort of comp that you want us to see stuck behind a Viper wall, trying to spam onto angles to try and... If Bang's team forwards, you got to cut your losses. You can't then get these corners in front of the wall, you're stuck in a slow, there's a deadlock ultimate coming towards you. That's not how you want to see Sentinels approach an attacking round.
No, but it's 1 out of the 5 that have been claimed. Is there repetition to be had? There's ults coming through here, though. This could be a big one. Second says,
89, 89, 8-10.
Bang, same thing. Right back into it. No ults in the same way this time to be used. So a different scenario, but a similar outcome. Coconut the first to punish. Taking away Zelsis, who had his ult. Big investment on the ult, but Raga gets away.
And look at just brute force through this util. And it certainly doesn't feel good to watch. It can't feel good to do it. Coconut retreating all the way up towards the top of it. I mean, again here, advantage created. The onus of responsibility now shifts onto Sentinels to make the next move.
Cover going.
It's not going to go up here, and Sentinels going to stick to their guns.
Yeah, going for this one. XLG are close enough by. Still have Viva's ult here as well, and Happy Ways. Not forgetting Raga's too if they need a man back, but patient display. Zekken gonna look to maybe go a bit deeper. Securing safety on the plant potentially. And Sentinels biding their time. Plant comes in, and the first glance, Coconut! I mean, the guy's doing so damn well, but Zekken's still in position. It's the Narrate who falls away, so John QT and Zekken now put into the 2v4 here. QT is captured. There's Happy Way with the ult as well. All right, Zekken, you got some magic for us here. It doesn't look like it. A nice attempt, but Raga set into motion as XLG find what they needed now.
I don't think we'll quite break the bank of Sentinels, but up to 11 are XLG. Just an angle through the door. Again, with Zekken taking so much damage, you know Sentinels don't want to progress any further towards spawn. They don't want to really solidify that post-plant too much. I mean, rinse and repeat. Narrate now with something to maybe spam a couple of players off the angles. Zekken down to 400, but still fairly healthy elsewhere. I was trying to bait in with the TP here and then find something with the spam, but again, a shift of focus, but drawing out a key piece of utility here.
Very, very different start. Zelsis.
There's no good sight to hit though. I just keep looking back to the minimap. I'm just like, yeah, you do, yeah.
Pick your poison, right? Where do you want to head? So we'll at least keep the option open of this A approach. So that's now back on the cards potentially. Whether or not they want to explore that, they've at least opened up the chance. Now, is this going to be a reclear? Zelsis. Oh, he's outdone. Viva sharp with it. A highlight even in map 1 in their loss there. Looking good here as well. And Sen now going to have to do it without Zelsis this round.
He's had a couple of huge clutches for Sentinels, who are now left scrambling for something to pin their hopes to with 30 seconds left on the clock. See the ping's coming through there. Going to commit towards B. Still got one player disconnected. It's John QT to maybe catch somebody.
But the setup's still here.
Yeah.
Still util on this one. No man's still around as well. All going to come in. That's going to catch all 3 of them. Yeah, boy, maybe one left loose. That's going to be a quick pivot out, but 15 seconds. You can't run and you can't hide. There's no way you're getting away from this. The TP comes over. So they've got Coconut down on the side. 8 seconds. Raga denies seconds. There's no way they are getting that spike down. Time is gone. Sentinels running too late.
12-8.
Clean one up, Narrate a consolation kill, will be able to hold on to the weapon, but you just heard it. XLG up to map point now here on Lotus. And again, another example, XLG getting away with a dry re-clearance. Again, you're talking about how util heavy this composition is. It's not one that leans towards actively taking space back away from Sentinels, but they isolate a single player from Sentinels.
If you were worried before, and maybe your woes were corrected after those 5 rounds, they're going to be returning now as Sentinels are being put through their paces. XLG finding the form they need in these last couple, showing what this composition can do, what it's tailor-made to do, to make these sites look near on impossible to hit. Now Zels is still alive, and investing this to facilitate the C approach. Zekken already towards the site.
Viva happy to try and make a shorty work here, but will allow entrance to site for Sentinels, and haven't seen many, but we're back towards the post-plant potentially.
Oh, the wall
over the top.
Oh, this
just
could
can't
be everything. Viva can't see it. It's off by like a pixel. That could have been nuts. Now a chance, but Zekken lands the shot. Paranoia posted. Happyway goes down. This has gone to madness. As it's a 3v2. Coconut again, finding brilliance in situations he has no right to. So Coconut and Noman trying to step back on the site. Narrate holding down the fire. And Noman's options looking like zero. Oh my word.
Right down to the wire.
Apakah ini hanya menunda kemenangan atau menunda kekalahan?
Like, it's a game of millimeters. And then Zekken, what does he even see?
I don't know. There's no way he expected that, right?
Maybe somebody heard the wall.
Potentially, yeah.
But it's on the steps. It's just one or two steps up. See over the smoke.
Balls up. Let's go.
What's that called?
Balls up.
Got it. Alrighty.
3 rounds left, guys.
Balls up. 9-12. I'll find you. We'll have to get that in the post-match interview. Find out what that one means. Deep trip coming out as well. Not sure if that had been heard, maybe.
Zels is again the one that was isolated previously. Disconnected now, and Sentinels maybe a little bit of wind in their sails. Again, you get to this point, you're asking the question, where is that util? Where are they looking to trap us?
This could be some nice timing, actually. Zels is putting a question mark over towards the C side of the map, while for this close. Viva, you madman. Got to be cautious here. Raga, the one playing on the corner. Narrate could just spam through this, really. Very aware of their lines. But up close and personal, didn't expect the repeat from Viva.
Zekken nggak dapat ultinya. Oh my god.
Gets involved.
God damn.
They're brawling into this. But Raga put down so easily. John QT, a sheer gunner. But Coconut's been the one who's been a bit nasty. Now,
how much is left of the wall?
I don't know.
Apakah akankah
John QT
up
caught on the push-up. Happyway going to create a step into this. Zelsis deeper, going to catch him on the playthrough. So it's going to be just Coconut alive, and still got plenty to clear on site. Not going to happen. 10-12. Sen getting closer.
Overtime kah?
Again, fun's still going to be there for a purchase.
Masih jauh.
XLG.
Harus dapat 2 lagi.
Again, the fact they've got to 12, it doesn't even, well, I guess you want to close the map out for sure, but in terms of the finances, you know you can commit towards, worry about any sort of deficit now.
10-12.
Marshall, good comms.
Well, actually, I didn't spot that. Yeah, they're actually way worse off than I was thinking in terms of the purchase here. So
the 11, and swift work from Zekken. It's Raga to go down, but Noman's still on his trail, right? He still wants this one, and he gets his reward. Bang's gone, and they're still on the fight. These were the rounds they get scary in. These were the rounds they clawed back on Abyss for. But a 4v4, and Sen come out a little battered and bruised, but still alive.
We do have the pit, and the rate one away.
Dapat senjata lagi.
So going to get an upgrade here for
Bring them down.
XLG on the back of Bang falling. Again, a trip, but not going to catch again here. It goes down. It's going to spread pretty wide across site as well. That's basically everything in terms of possible plant locations covered now for Sen. Zelsis and the rate tucked on the outside of it as well.
Udah sampai pakai Odin tuh gue lihat tuh.
Kind of big here, I feel like, and he's already done very well with one.
Yes.
Time on the second.
Oh my god.
Like connect towards Coconut as well as he did the first.
3 lawan 3.
especially in this
Wait,
close
Happyway's ahead of him.
positioning.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Oh
wait,
my
hold on,
god.
Happyway, what you got for us here?
Kawan lagi.
Gonna pop the ult on it. Zekin and John QT gonna be revealed. Gonna be noted, but the time's on their side still. They want this 11th. They still want to be in this map.
Nice.
And the resilience
Oh,
on display.
nice. Let's go.
Sentinels back at the door.
11-12.
11-12.
Pulling out all the stops now.
Oh yeah.
Right down to the wire. And a chance now for Sentinels to force overtime here. Beautiful sidestep from John QT on the back of the second ping as well, just to catch him off guard. Looking a little more active on stage, a little more vocal as well. Actually, even with the lesser purchase in the previous Happyway, bringing a Guardian in the mix here. Round 24, the final of regulation. No man, a ton of damage done. Actually, even just off the decay, sorry, a tag coming through. Well, maybe he was going to get caught there, but...
It's all right for now. And a tempo shift, it looks like Sen pacing back towards C.
Yeah, no ults here, and nothing really on the cards for them. XLG, another one where I guess they've just decided to give this up. Previously, double stacking trips on entrance, crucial engagements here. QT, though, wisely backs away, doesn't want to give anything away.
Zelsis and Zekin going deep towards CT. Did manage to evade the C's, but still on the corner. Pushed off by the Prowler, but only for a second. Zekin waves them goodbye as Raga falls to his knees, but it's no man to fight back. Happyway punishing back. Ult's gonna come in, sends it down. Zelsis, too many targets, too little time. It's all on the raid, who could do nothing but watch. Caught in the ult. XLG at the final moment. Take us to the third.
In the blink of an eye, Sentinels will
Map
falter here
ketiga.
on map 2. We'll have to see after the break how things go
Ada
on
map
this side.
ketiga. Ente.
Game changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us. It's good to be back.
I guess I know what I've been looking for, success.
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are. And as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K.
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby.
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
Yuk bikin masakan yang pasti diserbu. Pakai kecap sedap kedelai hitam spesial. Bikin lidah auto pati.
Cumi kecap nih.
Will Goes Approve Specialist. Looks good kan?
Taste good.
Kecap sedap kedelai hitam spesial. Looks and taste beyond good. Dari Wings Food.
Hai Look Rangga jadi strategi cepat dan juga kuat untuk sampaikan mimpi customer dan juga barang bawaannya pasti tetap aman. Tiap hari ada aja pengantaran Mas. Hai Look Rangga.
Aduh, ini gimana ini? Ada map 3 lagi. TL21 SLG. Gak sopan. Dapat.
It was an unconventional comp on Lotus, but somehow it worked against Sen. I'm your hosting, so I've got Dan here with me. Did you expect that to work, the triple senti?
I didn't expect it to work. I mean, we saw it, they were playing this in China, but I felt like Sentinels was going to maybe have a read. It was the complete opposite. They were really clueless on what to do in these post plans. There was nothing they could do. They could not get any space. They were giving more space than they should have. It was so difficult for them, even into that second half. It seems like it relied a lot on big ultimates to take that space, because otherwise it was going to be all about the Sentinels.
There was some cool tech as well. If we take a look at round 4 and 7 here, when Narrate destroys the trip, of course it triggers the sensor. It's
Can't do
so
anything.
smart, right? But they did this a lot in their post plans. They won a criminal Dan amount of attack size for a triple senti comp.
Yeah, you would think it's the other way around, but it's just every single time. They got the spike planted, they were playing post plant, and you see how well the utility was working together. Even besides, you know, that Cypher and that deadlock that we're seeing right now for that utility, that Sage was also crucial. There was 1-2 rounds where we saw Sentinels being very late, trying to break down the utility throughout the map, and then you have a Sage pull on A that is, you know, you have 15 seconds left, there's nothing you can do, and then that Sage is going to delay you even more.
Yeah, there were so many situations where it just came down to such a close, you know, 1v1s too, and sometimes they were hitting their shots, sometimes they weren't hitting their shots. You gotta feel a little bit sorry for Zelsis there. I think he could have taken them to OT.
It felt like Sentinels were gonna close it out there, but I mean, they have to reset. After that, especially a loss like that, when you know you almost come back after the 9-3, you're gonna take it to overtime, and then you just lose in the last round.
Yeah, Zekken, it just felt like he had infinite util, right? Like another nade and then another 4 ultimates out of him, and he had a prime Zekken map performance. This is the Zekken that we wanted to see, but it just wasn't enough in the end.
It wasn't enough. There were some opportunities, and this is what I was talking about. When Sentinels were trying to take that space on the attack side, 2 of those times into that half, it relied on Second having his ultimate to take that space. If not, it was going to be that Visal that also worked out. But outside of that, when they didn't have those ultimates, they could not get anything done.
How do they recover from this? Because, you know, Haven is next.
I think Haven is a little difficult. It's a map that I actually used to really, really like for Sentinels. It got tricky, but both of the teams should be playing the same composition, so I feel like now you have an understanding of, you know, it's not going to be a triple Sentinel on the other side.
If we get that on Haven, my goodness. But of course, the stakes are the same, right? Yeah. Dan, they're fighting for elimination and XLG, and again, if they're able to win Haven, their chances of staying next year is massive.
Yeah, and because you don't know what's going to happen on the other side, but for Sentinels as well, they don't want to get eliminated. They were confident coming into this event that they could win champions, and now they're still on the verge of elimination.
Well, you might be wondering, where's Mimi? She's actually standing by for a report on XLG's comms.
Yeah, hi. That whole first half, I was listening into XLG's communication. This is a team that has a lot of questions around them, I think. It's a VCT CN squad, but they come probably 80% of the time in English. They're IGL Vivo. When I was listening, I think he's a leader who does a lot of big picture ideas. This is a really nerdy team. They have a lot of presets, strats, especially when they're playing this triple Sentinel comp that we just saw in Lotus. And he's generally picking from kind of a big picture default they're going to do and how he wants to end that round. But he's not the only one adding ideas. Noman does a ton to flesh that out, add a lot of the micro into the team. But he's more than just helping out in that regard or making sure his teammates are double swinging when he's dead in these late rounds. But he's also the vibes guy. Zosa said it at the beginning of the show. He thinks Noman might be the one to replace him, and I can corroborate that. Anytime this guy gets a 2K or a 3K, and you know this if you're a VCTCN viewer, he's standing up and just yelling 2K, 3K, anything like that. And even outside those moments is bringing such incredible positivity and energy to the team. Back to the languages for a second. It's almost all English, a little bit of Mandarin when maybe something's a little bit more complicated because not everyone is obviously a native English speaker on the team. But you also have Coach Havoya and Rorga who both speak Russian. During one timeout I was listening to, the coach had a very specific thing to relay to their star player Rorga. Did that in Russian. Well, this is a big game. XLG, they want to stay in VCTCN. A win here will put them a lot closer, but we're going to Haven and you're going back up to the desk.
Thank you very much for that,
he won.
Mimi. It's great to hear that, you know, Noman is living up to that hype, man. But what I really love and respect about the vibes guy on the other side, Zelsis, is that he will not let what happened on Lotus get to him. He recovers quick. He's going to be there standing up. He's going to give all of his energy, and he's going to think about the mistakes later. And Dan, that is exactly the type of player that you need right now for map 3.
You still are facing elimination potentially. This is exactly what you need for your more experienced players. This is something that they always talk about on the Sentinel side. Those losses, they allow them to learn how they need to deal with those emotions, especially on this third map.
I think you might be right about the mirror comp, by the way.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it, but there's so much to be said about Sen's defense, though. But for XLG, we haven't seen them play this comp globally, but in VCTCN at least, they have been farming.
They were really good. I believe they were 4-0 on this map as well. And then for Sentinels, it's a map that has been a little bit difficult for them. I feel like it's going to rely a lot on second. They like to do a lot of fakes with this Neon as well. But one player that always pops off on this map is Nari. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter exactly how the round is going to start out. In those late rounds, Nari is a key for success of Sentinels. So I feel like if Sentinels want to stay alive here in Champions, they're going to have to rely on him.
They also need more than one round on defense, because that
Kayaknya mau
defense
hujan ini.
GX, I think, is what made all of the fans a little bit worried about their map pool right now. But for XLG, though, they're coming in with confidence, right, Dan? They almost had no business winning the last map. It was a fake comeback in the end. But if you were them, you got to be pretty happy with the fact that they even get to fight in map 3.
There's a chance that was the biggest challenge, right? That map that was so back and forth as well, trying to deny that comeback happening for Sentinel. So yeah, if you're Shilla Gaming, you're feeling pretty good. You feel like you can also take this map, and you know exactly as well how it's going to be played out on the other side.
And Raga also feels like he's the most confident we've ever seen him on a global stage. I'm glad he's comfortable at last. I don't know who's going to take this one. I don't think anybody in the world can predict who is going to win this, so I'm just going to send this back into game. Take it away, Pansy and Hypok.
Thank you so much. And yes, the fact we are here on a map 3 between these two has certainly turned heads. I think a lot of us expecting high things from Sentinels and missing the mark.
I think Sue just kind of alluding to something which is crucial. Being the one to force the third in this series.
It's big.
For a team like, again, we've talked about kind of the mental gymnastics that XLG are trying to overcome in terms of champions overall, you know, how they're sitting bigger picture-wise in terms of, like you said, their careers basically in question here, at least for the next calendar year. Lots on the table, and two things that's going to be lurking in the minds of Sentinels. Obviously, the loss to Giant X, but also the previous result versus XLG. 13-9 last time they met, but certainly a different climate this time around.
Oh, it feels like it. Again, the fact we are here, it's credit to XLG, even with all their worries and woes that they speak of themselves, drawing this series to a map 3. Now Sentinels, they've been in pressure situations before, but this is tournament life. This is a
Let's
chance
go, let's
to
go,
and
let's
run at
go.
Champions. And XLG going to be starting out on the attack, getting Sen obviously on the defending side. And already warded away from Garage, and look at that
Raga,
damage on Raga.
Put right down to 23. Going to be humbled or weaken any sort of sight hit that XLG going to try and put together here.
Nice
now
little
walking
high-low.
into potentially the setup between Zekken and Bang. Or high-low with John QT here to join the party.
Yeah, that's not bad. How long does their patience last? Quite some time, it seems. Raga, first man in. No way! Raga was barely alive. 23 HP, and this man just took down both of them. That is devastating work right off the rip. And now, well, Happy Ways just got one straight through smoke, spots out another. Raga's on a tear, ladies and gents.
23 HP finds 3. I said it was going to weaken XLT on the way in.
There he is. That's the sleeping giant that people have been afraid of. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I think it's the time as well. Zekken actually breaks his crosshair placement for the dart. I mean, that's what you want.
Oh, yeah.
From your duelist that doesn't believe in himself, by the way. To open a deciding map.
What the fuck?
Fired up. You got to be fired up from that. Sentinel's going to feel that weight on their shoulders now. Ball play stacked down C-Long. Just the paranoia off the back of slightly deeper contact. And all in the meantime, XLG,
yeah,
the right
open,
choice.
Yeah, wide open B site here. It's only Classics, absolutely no investment from the side of Sentinels.
Spike planted.
So now we'll make things very difficult in terms of trying to have a say here in the retake. XLG comfortably disconnect, actually. Still a turret holding down the back line as well. We'll find the first in, right? Will fall bang. Just continuing to find every kill necessary here. Just Zelsis and John QT left, and
Aduh.
gonna have much of a say here. Happy Way gonna find one. John
Nggak
QT
bagus
actually.
banget,
Nice.
Cok.
Let's do consolations.
Nggak bagus banget ini begini nih.
We'll remove some of the weaponry. Coconut has to just hold on to a pistol.
Okay.
Pulang kampung kah? Sentinel kah? Oh shit.
It doesn't seem to matter in my mind how XLG win these rounds. It's the fact that they do.
Get them on the board. Yeah.
Exactly. Confidence builders and pressure for Sentinels, right? That's all it is. Now, would I normally hold teams to like a higher standard of, you know, how clean they run out these rounds? Sure. And I'd love to do that. But for now, this starts going outside of the norm, right? When you're in a map 3 elimination game, you're not looking for, you know, the most clean executes in the world. You're looking to get scrappy. So can they make it count in a round like this? The bonus in their hands. Raga still has that Phantom as well.
Shit, man.
Early contact towards C and the turret removed.
No progress made elsewhere on the map as well. Sentinels want to try and sit back a little bit. Maybe just play towards control here. Again, certainly don't want to see XLG setting up for the sort of execute we saw.
Buset, rajin banget nonton PCT, bos. Buset nih, Sentinel nih, bos. Gimana ini? Aduh.
In terms of placement here, for the
Masa kalah lawan XLG?
Again, we'll find Zekken on the way in.
Nah, this guy is sharp now. Starting to feel out the game just right. Narrate trying to stick around on site. Might be a little dangerous as Bang trying to drift forward too. He's been spotted though, Raga. Revealed and punished. Bang now makes his appearance to put 3 in their grave. Happy Way, a formality at the end.
Pecah telur 2-1.
But a little bit of a note. The Zekken has been put to bed a couple times now.
Masa iya kalah lawan XLG, cok? Champion ini, bre.
Able to time things perfectly. Raga at that point is out in no man's land.
Lovely dart though. Again, I got a little bit nervous about Narrate sticking around like that.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like feast or famine, as we love to say, but it's one of those where that dart was so pivotal to the outcome.
Absolutely. Sentinels on the board though, but obviously XLG back on a purchase. Going to go toe-to-toe here in mid.
Gitu dong.
Bang actually not considered on the deeper angles. Zelsis again shutting down No Man, same as the previous round here, but a little earlier. That lurk is removed.
This is much better.
John
Much better.
Kitty.
Sen working off
Nah,
his
gitu dong, kompak dong dari tadi.
Positions.
Parah
But that
banget.
util walk up on Garage, willing to fight for that space now. Happy Way unlikely to do much with this. As you can already see how deep Bang sat here. Well, Zelsis waiting towards Garage. Spike left in that realm. That slow creep from John QT, keeping this map looking very small.
Masa harus diomelin dulu sih?
Given any progress towards the pit, he is only 2
Menang itu kalau gua udah pantau. Iya lagi. Tiba-tiba menang nih. Emang iya beneran, Pak De. Iya lagi. Pecah telur. Pas lu pantau begini. Pas lu pantau pecah telur nih. 2 sama nih. Gue lihat-lihat.
Happy Way shift walking around the map. John QT actually on the hunt now.
Coachnya ya lu ya, coachnya ya.
Remember a knife from a similar sort of position at one point?
No, I choose not to.
John QT.
Was it Vanity and Soulcast?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Happy Way's position.
10 seconds left.
don't think anyone's gonna go any
Ini
further.
ngeri banget itu. Timing aja. Timing aja. Tiba-tiba John Kitty maju aja. Kena itu.
All good. Happy way. Opting to just live.
Nggak mau ngambil resiko, jangan sih, bahaya, Cok.
Rifle for himself.
Kita nonton cuman champion. Ini bukan PCT, bos. Champion ini, champion nih. Kita cuma nonton Fanatic, PRX, Sentinel, sama RRQ 4.
Finding no man inside the smoke. Raga, I'm seeing something that makes me feel as if he's going to be a little aggressive this round, but actually tagged up on the cross here.
Man, he's being caught, but last time it was 23 and he still did well.
Ngopi.
He's having a brutal game here. We'll check back in on that because Raga's still doing naughtiness, right? Narrate has been his kryptonite though, handling the pressure ever so well. A bang on the drop, going to find two alongside John QT, and this one wrapped up with a bow, no sweat to it. Let's kind of touch base though. Zekken has been struggling to get on the board here. Now that's a rare sentence, I feel I'm saying.
Yeah, you see him lose out opening duels.
No.
Period.
He's a fantastic
Kagak seru, udah gak ada legend, iya lagi.
Right, you've got Narrate filling that gap, filling that void. I worry if it does become a problem.
Udah kagak ada tense ya.
Actually going to be the top of the board here. He was what 5-1 in the previous.
Siapa lagi sekarang? Siapa sih? Udah kagak ada. Siapa legendnya sekarang, bos? Diamond 1 aja udah nggak ada. Kemarin kata lu ada di NRG, makanya gua nonton lah, udah kagak ada. Diamond 1. Diamond 1 kan? Diamond 1. Udah nggak ada, udah pensiun. Short udah pensiun, Sorut. Siapa lagi? Gak ada ya. Paling Pepper X.
They look like a bit of a different team when they get to prep against you, right? When they get a little bit of a good look into it. So coach should be able to get a little bit of a better grip on this. Very recent eye test, obviously, and playing such a similar comp. That also adds to the matter. Now, ult-wise, Happy Way, Raga,
di Fanatic kayaknya mana ada? Agak ada. Fanatic. Kemarin kan gue baru nonton Fanatic. Agak ada, bos. Udah pensiun. Diamond 1 udah pensiun.
Maybe readdress his approach here as Junkie T invests the pit down towards sewers.
Udah pensiun dia gara-gara kepleset pas naik meja.
XLG might have to that plan, right? This could be a change up for them. Careful.
Drone will come through, but Spam's not really connecting on either side. No harm, no foul. Now, B has been a late round pivot for XLG previously. They do tend to favour it if they can create some pressure elsewhere. We'll see a set piece come through.
Yep. So in we are. Respect given enough, and the ult on top. Okay. So trying to construct some security. That must have just been a relatively decent line, or maybe even spotted slightly over the top of that pit potentially. Nice positioning from Coconut, but Wild he's trying to stay up here, but it's worked well to find another. Zekken finally gets
paling itu tuh si Zekken tuh pengganti Tens tuh. Yang gendong dia sekarang.
It is a problem. Zekken starting to show off what he can do. Takes away Raga, but that deeper back line is a problem they have to try and clear.
Fury and Shock Dart, so
Shock Dart goes in. There's the layers. This Happy Way taking a boatload of damage, but dropping down the bodies. XLG have done enough. John QT wants nothing to do with it. Time to back away and save. As this strength from XLG is a lovely note. That B site they've got a great plan for.
Yeah, not necessarily something to repeat in terms of the pit and the Hunter's Fury, but certainly here with Happy Way able to tuck himself outside of the side, that isn't committed towards one of these corners that can be spammed out.
Oh, it was before it even came up.
Before the pit even bloomed, But then he actually gets a second kill to bang from that position. Not sure how that actually played out between Zekken and Happyway, but like I said, having that pocket outside of sight, Sentinels have to walk so far through it. Obviously then decay becomes a factor as well.
Oh, Operator. So something new added to the Sentinels arsenal. It's going to be Zekken with that one. Where's he positioned now? Okay, A-Long. Having mixed results from here, but this is a classic spot for this man. Does get Coconut down early. This is at the 1 minute 30 mark. That is a big bit of damage to achieve.
It's a TP off the cards here, but Raga and Viva still ultimates in hand. Happyway, no man, looking to maybe create a bit of pressure elsewhere.
That alarm bot's still in place. Zellsis can at least keep his full attention on lock.
Yeah, Zekken actually faking the steps away, so he's still towards A-Link, just in case there is confirmation elsewhere, but XLG didn't really make a move on that, so Sentinels aren't necessarily going to be feeling the pinch.
It's going to be Narrate still here and Bang on the A site, and this regroup from XLG silently working their way up towards A. Narrate shouldering that look towards Sewer, and an adjustment coming in already. You're going to see Zekken on the right place here. Raga going to pop the ult and try and find Narrate, who's been playing inside these smokes, but he actually managed to live only until now. It's Bang this time to do the work that was needed. Straight from hell, taking them right down there with him and walks the smoke. It's audacious and it works out well. Bang showing validity after a rough couple of maps. There's no man left with really no options with 15 seconds. Spike down. Did get Bang, but that's about it.
Yeah, tough to be in. Sentinels with some control back towards side, so no real options but to go forwards here. Back two crucial kills. Stop the flood from really reinforcing Raga's pressure.
30 seconds left.
Once he gets in this position, yeah, Bang just threads the needle.
Good stuff from Bang. Again, it looked a little bit weary in map 2. You know, I feel like Bang's always your safe pair of hands, and he just wasn't quite that cornerstone, but this is a much nicer look from him. Raga, no stranger to aggression now. Still looking to find the gap close towards A. It would be, this time, Narrate on the other side. And that's a big load of info.
You should run.
The lockdown going to come in.
Yeah, a fairly shallow position as
Yeah.
well, so see what they do on the back of that. It doesn't necessarily guarantee hell or default is clear, but these Sentinels respecting it.
Yeah, so the plant's going to come in, late lurk in middle, and then they don't want to allow the plant to really go down. It's a late investment. No man with a fantastic position. Don't mess this one up, though. Don't mess it up. It almost went wrong, but it goes so right. Happyway in the meantime finding Bang, making it really look like they're going to secure this site on this broken purchase.
Now, obviously, Sentinels down to 3. I mean, the retake here has little legs to it. It's going to require Zekken to go absolutely huge. John QT actually finds one, though.
Of course he does. Of course he does. And again, it is Stingers there. There is a Sheriff there. It's not a full buy. Nowhere near at full strength, but John QT tries to dive down. It's Narrate to draw blood, but no man this time. Going to wrap up the round with a bow and get them through to a nice tied-up scoreline. Much better now.
Really great work from XLG. Again, much safer lockdown position here. They're so much as being spectated all the way through mid.
One enemy remains.
Yeah, I mean,
begal pakai klasik, cok. Dapat phantom dong dia.
Down on stage, but almost quite surprised to see how once the Hunter's Fury doesn't connect and find massive amounts of value there. Sentinels almost throw caution to the wind to even attempt that. It's, I guess, reading into the lesser purchase a little more, but those retakes are so hard towards A.
Oh, Bang. This time you're not getting away with it twice. He was rewarded last time he was up there top side on B, but now very much handled. Quick learning from the XLG side, checking on the other side of the wall, and that late presence from Happyway. Narrate's not going to get the information he wanted and put Zekken on an island.
Shit.
And it's a hit and run. There was no intent to go back to that. They were still looking towards middle.
Zellsis will tuck back in, though.
Gonna need something big here from Zellsis.
Yep.
Where are they back?
Currently at a 3 and 5.
Barrel.
Yeah, spotted. Jonkey making progress as well, so that will set second in motion.
Good stall.
Can they stop this
Dari
hit coming
gelagatnya
through?
sih Sentinel susah banget
Still
lawan
there.
XLG.
Zelsis trying to play around the corner of this, but the Paranoia is absolutely teed up. They have to respect it, and Viva even going to catch John QT on the way out through Garage, straight through the smokes. They know their lines here. With the plant coming in, Zen just have to sit back and watch. This has been magic from XLG.
Really, really well navigated. Again, now Zelsis and Zekken want to hold on to these rifles. John QT sitting at 2K, but Narrate and Bang tapped out financially here. Is XLG going to take the lead? Yeah, decent position overall. Again, not necessarily old set. Happy we're actually going forwards here. Remove one of the rifles. Doesn't know Zelsis.
Oh!
Wow. Finds him the second time around.
I don't know if I can get that on the replay, but I want to see it nonetheless. That was quick. Okay, 5-4. I'm getting a little nervous here for Sen. Like a little bit. Like a little nervous.
One enemy
It looks back, yeah.
Oof. Yeah, okay. Okay, this team might.
Hey, that confidence they're saying they
Yeah.
don't have is really starting to show down on that stage.
It certainly is, and they've pulled out the timeout, right? Like, it ain't looking great from Sen. It feels like, yes, they've been able to keep up, but it hasn't been commanding. They haven't looked comfortable. They haven't been able to get
5-4.
Zekken
Oh,
really
shit.
online in the early, even just, the normal kind of like round by round kills.
Puyeng tuh, puyeng tuh.
Out of sorts. Yeah, we've had a couple of bailout rounds from
pulang
Bang.
kampung
Yeah,
kah?
the been around. John QT had a good start.
Apakah malam hari ini, pada
XLG
pagi
look
hari
like they're
ini
starting to win
Sentinel
out
harus
in that
pulang
tempo game.
kampung?
I think as well, that's got to be the big win condition, really, is just knock Sentinels off their game. Throw them off kilter.
Yeah.
Be unpredictable. To the desk highlighting that Sentinels usually lean towards a prep-oriented team. Again, they have players like Zekken that can really, get their hands dirty in terms of some of the more chaotic rounds, and then Narrate and Bang, and I mean, actually everybody capable of clutching up on Sentinels, but certainly the main offenders being Narrate and Bang. But here, XLG just doing a lot right. I mean, we had this conversation. I'm happy to say this now. I thought this was Sen 2-0. Like, I'm not going to, say that I wrote XLG off altogether, but I think my statement to you was, I don't think there's any chance they win out a series versus Sentinels. I certainly wouldn't have said even go into a decider.
No, I see what you're saying, and again, I think we differed in that just because of watching XLG up. Hold on a second. Are you going to get a little... Oh, yeah!
Gila, Zekken berat banget sih punggungnya itu dah.
Alright, shut me up. I'm fine with that. You want to put on a performance? Yeah. Zekken's going to put on a goddamn performance.
Begal lagi
That's fine.
Narate. Oh shit.
Spike's got a long way to go.
Yeah, he's going to have to go for a bit of a run.
They're going to get all these upgrades as well.
So, what can we do with this then?
Well, issue being, Zelsis actually does have his ultimate. So in a round that you wouldn't necessarily expect Sentinels to invest, a retake on 8, lockdown can be a decider.
Oh, and no man. Senna's super up on this though. Very ready for that one to get an extra body down, right? That's what you want. In a 2v4, you want to catch someone on a rotation or a push up and try and get a punish on that. And he's really doubling down on this. Oh god, no man. This is audacious. They're so aware. And his options now become limited. He went
Ada yang
down
keculik
swinging,
loh,
though.
triple pick.
Is it enough for
Masih ada yang
Viva?
keculik satu.
The lockdown
What the
is
fuck,
gonna be
man?
fine, and he's been able to slip into this one. The flank is on the way. He can't do it. That was off the back of brilliance from Zek, and we were waiting to see that hit, right? We were waiting for a round from that man, and he's had it.
What was that, 3? He's now sitting at 6 and 9. So
Yep.
previous to this, really struggling. Seen him get, I mean, well, spade slapped about in terms of the opening duels.
Yeah. But that was a nice little aimers moment from him. Very nice.
The second,
Yeah. I think we caught the third. That's running it back here. Yeah, very nice. A couple more of those. Obviously, a Mastercard Thrifty there, always going to be nice.
5 sama.
But still, I think, as I said, my worries were...
My worries are we're already here.
Yes, exactly. It's
at this scoreline.
Correct. It's how Sen looked against Giant X on this map specifically. And it's how XLG looked competitive up against Paper Rex. And Raga rips them apart again.
Aduh.
You wanted some aggression. You wanted some highlights. You're not going to get it back-to-back rounds.
Aduh.
That's what you wanted. Fired up aggression. Take the fight. So Zelsis and John QT got to walk back into the den, right? Spikes down. Time's on their side. A 2v4. It ain't pretty.
Still got a drone as well, just to slow things down. Zelsis, no util, but back on cooldown shortly. Doesn't necessarily
Shaping lagi nih mah.
see Sentinels up here for the retake. And again, with the paranoia not even burning up on the way in. Further
4 lawan 2.
Gotta look at this. Raga unleashed in this round. Magic from him, really. After what's been a hot and cold performance so far. This is certainly looking a lot hotter.
Nggak dibolehin shaping.
Live.
Nggak dibolehin shaping.
An ask too far. As already the gap closes there. No man to claim in the end. And XLG making it up to 6.
Chance to actually seal the deal on an advantage here. And the sort of round that, like, you see Zekin get 3, and he's like, right, I'm back on the board, I'm going forwards, let me go, let me loosen the leash a little bit.
I don't mind it.
I'm all for it, because that's usually where you see Zekin shine.
Yes. It's looking a little somber on the stage
there. Bleak. Check in on the player cams.
Well, it is worrying, isn't it? Because this is still Sentinels, you know what I mean? Like, and a double operator against him. Oh dear, Raga this time though, warded away. That's a lot of firepower. Just down towards C. And they want to pivot fast. They're going to hear this from Raga. Honestly, the turret might be an issue.
God, he dealt with that.
Nah, you don't get one here. You don't get one here. You don't, Raga, you're 10 HP, bro.
Yes, he's got one in second again.
How is Raga getting away with this? Finally put down with a shot through the wall from Zelsis. But that's madness. And now you got Fever. With that Hunter's Fury, you got Happyway with the ult. Does get dealt with fast. Sen now trying to speed up the pace here and clear through the site. But Wedge...
I was going to say 5 seconds on the smoke here, so Sentinels have to wait this out for the time being.
Ray tries to get ahead of it and just takes a load of damage. What's the plan here? Go to their deaths, it looks like. Pop on the ult, but no one about here. Bang and John QT. It's looking like 7. Could be carved on that board. John QT holding his breath here, praying for miracles. And I don't think anyone's answering right now. XLG, 7-5. Sentinels looking lost for an answer.
Primed and loaded here on the decider.
Dibantai-bantai kah Sentinel
Come out
ya.
with a 2-round advantage here in the first half. Let's see how this pans out. We'll be right back after the break.
Different tunes, different remedies. Smoke with enemies, whole team put in jeopardy. Chasing melodies that line up to the legacy. Pushing remedies, past the pain to ecstasy. You might hate it, but I'm only getting better, G. Couldn't step to me, your thoughts are not your entity. I spit a 32 and this shit turning 23. I kept it.
Ketika tubuh membutuhkan cairan secara cepat, elektrolit dan karbohidrat yang hilang perlu digantikan. Dan sistem kekebalan tubuh harus diperkuat. Minum UC 1000 Lemon Water atau Orange Water. Minuman isotonik unik dengan 1000 mg vitamin C.
The two pivotal players for XLG, and like I said, this is just not a scenario I had planned out in my head for today, to be honest.
No.
But I'm all for it.
Yeah,
Seeing XLG do this,
yes,
is just fantastic to watch.
I absolutely agree, because on paper, I said, yeah, they looked all right against PaperX, but you wouldn't put them in this category. A lot of people were waiting to see if Raga would be there, the big man step in. I think it's been a team effort.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, again, the tone and narrative come into so it's Sentinels.
Yeah.
You know, okay, they're going to get done what needs to be done.
Yeah,
and
they'll make it through.
We're not there right now.
Hey, look, these guys...
And yeah, it's only 2 rounds, but we're on a 3rd map. And they're 2 rounds down.
Yes, yes.
In a half that felt like it could have been more for XLG.
And you're not seeing your heavy hitters hitting. You're seeing Zekken quiet. You're seeing Narrate a little quiet. Can they make it up on this half? It ain't over yet. But we have to be fair to XLG, who most people wrote out at this point. So we focus now on the second half as Raga gets curious. Zelsis trying to slip in, but he's already been caught a little lower here. Does well. Zelsis taking away Coconut, but Raga on duty, delivering death back to back. Bang, and Zelsis suffering. So it's in a 3v3, and you look at the HP. Zekken took a lot, so did Narrate.
Massive advantage for XLG in terms of this being the pistol round, so fairly squishy on the way in here for Sentinels. Confirmation here on the backside, but actually Narrate deals with happy weight. Down to just 9 HP now.
Oh my god, this flank though. There's no pressure left on towards the site. Viva doesn't need to do too much here. If he just pauses, holds this space, they've got them boxed in, but that curiosity is mounting. Oh my god.
Good. They didn't see it!
Viva!
They didn't see his pistol.
Getting away with daylight robbery, but it's a 1v1 and Nomad now put under pressure.
Yeah, but now with Nomad being basically absent in this round, full HP, John QT down to 40.
How does he play this? John QT, a great mind for the game. But now the timing from Nomad is quick to this. He did quite well here. John QT opting to take a look down long.
He's given up.
Wants to clear behind.
Giving up line of sight as well on the spike.
Yeah, this is a really risky position to play from. And he's cleared hell. This... I don't know if I like this. Turret's going to be handled. That's position given away. He wants to get half here. John QT has to move. He has to check on this quickly. The defuse. There's no way you're getting away with that one. John QT. Too calm, too collected. They're not falling for those tricks.
No, I think Nomad almost overthinking that ever so slightly. Again, with the turret going down, it's a big gap to close.
It is.
For John QT to get back to a sight line. But Raga again, man. I thought maybe somebody would spot the barrel of Viva when he does the check back towards the top of ramp, but maybe Central Play is just too deep enough to spot it. So brings it within 1. Again, the purchase here from Sentinels, all stingers. Couple of players here from XLG, well, 3 actually, to greet them on the way in. Again, utility to deal with the follow-up on Hathaway, and Viva will fall on site. Nomad and Raga did invest, even just a little bit. Sen going through the motions. Raga still finds a headshot. You're almost at this sort of range. A chance to overcome the stingers. Nomad's found one. Raga found another one!
No, 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 no way! I can't believe the scenes. Spike's still down. I can't believe it. Zekken, he's had a shaky game so far.
It's Kryptonite still alive. Raga's still alive.
Still there, and Raga's on more HP than he's probably ever had this far into a round. So Zekken's off.
Almost out.
He doesn't want any of what's been going on in A. Turn eyes towards C. Get that spike down. Get something on your side.
30 seconds left.
Starting to explore towards mid now, so he will get the confirmation when actually Zekken starts the plant. So
Zekken melawan 2 orang.
Towards long, but he's got a
Dapat
stinger.
nggak nih?
No man.
Does
he catch him on the pole? He doesn't.
Okay,
Comes down to 1v1 now.
But it's the Kryptonite again. Raga's been so good at this. This is where he's thrived. Taking on Zekken. But Zekken's playing this well. Around the world. It's smart.
Neon melawan Neon.
He's cleared sight. The first assumption would be long, but actually Raga expecting this garage adjustment.
Oh, shit.
Zekken slides on by. Stun goes in. Raga avoids. but it keeps him off from getting half. And the adjustment through towards CT, does Raga expect it? He does
Oh
it,
shit,
and it's brilliant
nice.
from Zekken. When it matters,
Setuju
he is
sama.
there, but he had to work like a dog for that.
Jesus.
How is it that close?
The Red Bull clutch for Zekken. Again, it just should
Kayak jangan gua lihat
have
dah.
got to this point.
Gue jangan lihat deh.
But the point Raga's up there with the
Mana
scope, you think
gua-
he adds to
gua-
the
gua
range
lihat.
of the Stinger. Yeah, the last bullet of that spray.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. You got to say that after a
At this
round like
point,
that.
yeah. You'll just get the round. Round on the board. Here we go. The ones that start to matter now going to start piling up. The buy rounds coming in. 3 away from the ult for Zekken. Omen in a nasty little position here. Does the Aldrone clear? It does. Happy Way in the meantime catches Zelsis, but bang, teed up to succeed. Looks towards backside, but a little late to that one. Happy Way was still there, fine
Raga
with
says
it.
so fast.
Raga, how are you behind them? Oh my word, Narrate gets away with daylight robbery on that kill. But it's Happy Way who's the immovable object, and Zekken this time given no time to try and clutch up again.
Again.
Chaos, bro.
Just so fast and furious now. XLG looking to really shift the tempo of this decided map.
God, Raga was fast to that.
Yeah.
If he was a little bit more controlled on the second,
No more.
that's...
Again, draws the eyes away
Oh,
from
yeah.
sight, so maybe opens up other doors, but
Look at that money, though.
yeah, Sentinel's right back down to scraps here, but Zekken will throw another stinger in the mix. One away from his ult as well, so... I'm not sure how but how did nothing connect there?
I don't know, but Narrate actually walked away
Well,
from
actually down to 3 HP.
Yeah, like there was that late trade, but oh, it's cosmetic only. I swear. So close. Noma makes it look so easy. You can see what maybe Sen were trying to achieve, but it just
Ya
does
satu lagi udah. Oh shit.
This is a tough round to lose as well, considering the scoreline overall. XLG on the brink now. A flawless to throw in the mix.
Yeah. Well, let's just take a pause for thought here, just for a second. Again, Sentinels historically have always done well up against that CN region. They've always farmed it. They've always been, actually to say that too. And this would be absolute pure revenge if XLG in an elimination game is the one to push them out.
Well,
they're
again,
damn
just
close.
come back to the point, they're playing for their lives effectively.
Yes.
In terms of champions here and next year as well.
But it ain't over till it's over with Sentinels, we know that. Oh, but Happy Way wants this done, man. Zekken, he's been given nothing.
Another first ever where he doesn't even have a say in the matter.
Oh. That's got to be gutting for him as well.
Narrate sitting double negative as well.
And look at this confidence now coming into play, right? Taking space down
Yeah.
C long,
I
starting
mean,
to
here's
actually
the
play the map.
Here's the steps as well.
I'd
Should
imagine
set
so.
things in motion elsewhere across the map.
He's still looking too. Still got that alarm bot. Now he knows they're going to progress here, right? They've broken past that line. How far does he want to go? Not too much further. Maybe happy enough with this.
There's still a turret to overcome here, but Zelsis can't really make progress elsewhere because that will leave the back door open in terms of flank control.
Okay, there's that next checkpoint crossed. They can be on C now. And we know that they're backing away from this. Still
You've got to be
play
careful
up.
about the audio cues, though.
Yep.
Again, they're not going to know that actually No Man is the puppet master of this round.
Fully in control of this. But Viva's got a lot of work. He's still got his dart, so could be fine for this one. Going to be forced to slip probably through the wall.
Oh, no.
But he takes one with him.
Ah.
Bang, gets punished, and he still lives. This is wild stuff, John QT, suffering a similar fate here. XLG have Sentinels on the ropes. A desperate plan to try and get anything working for them. But Zelsis and Narrate, I mean, there was a pixel, but it's just going to be lethal. Zelsis, what you got for me? A 1v5.
Outside the site as well, yeah.
Hell, I'll get a Sentinels tattoo at this point if you want to pull that one off. I don't think it's happening.
You've never been
thank
so
God.
happy to see Zelsis saving his
Panic,
weapon.
bro, panic. Oh, good. I think they know that Zelsis is bowing out of this round. And XLG making it up to double digits. And you can feel it now. You can see it in the way they're playing. Confidence is there.
I have never, ever wanted a team not to get nervous in a situation as much as I do right now, because they're playing fantastic Valorant.
Beautiful Val. Beautiful Val.
And again, for a team like this in terms of expectations, still have be able to deliver rounds like this. The question isn't there about what's left in the tank. XLG firing on all cylinders.
But you're right, though, nerves. Getting this close. And the team against you, Sentinels, I will never count them completely down or out. The right call, the right player, the right time, they can bring back any game. So if we're talking about nerves and being a team to have to close out a game and push that final round, you know how elusive that final round can be, right? And they're not even there yet. They've got a glimpse at what could be at 10-7. It's more than just champions right now for XLG. It's a chance to stay in the VCT, really. So with all of that in mind, it can either make him or break him at this point.
Lu 7 kalah udah ini kah?
Desperately needed check-in.
Yeah, we're past the baguette jokes now. Purchase is going to be there. I think 3 ultimates on the board for Sentinels, but have a check-in with that once we get back into game. Actually, yeah, a little
shaky there.
Shake of the hand there, which certainly not a good indicator.
Be it through frustration, nervousness, who knows? They've got ults to play with though, Mike. They've got a lot here to round out maybe a slightly lacking purchase.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's Zekken and Narrate really the 2 playmakers in terms of ultimates here, but on the other side, I mean, No Man being one away from the lockdown, and elsewhere, Hunter's Fury, a pit to work with, plenty of tools at XLG's disposal here. They can be frugal, force Sentinels back down onto a lesser purchase in the next. They're going to be on 11. It's going to be, they're going to have them by the throat.
Now, this is interesting. I'm pretty sure Zelsis is going to hear this push up potentially, or at least the TP from Coconut. I'm not sure because that was quite late, I think. He's been posted on this with full intention. And now he's got company as well. You're going to have John QT coming over to this side. So a 3-2 split so far. Putting a lot of pressure on Bang and Zekken to make this one work. And Happyway was a nuisance last time. And he is again.
Draw out the snake bite early, so again, call it a win. All things considered. TP will go through.
Spike.
That is the spike.
I've heard a line once before, that is the spike, and right now Bang is up in heaven with it. Luckily enough, Zelsis does well, drops down, but then the spike gets lost. Viva, worth his weight in gold so far, but a 3v3 and Coconut wants out. Gonna have to give up some of the sight, but he takes one again.
What is that shot?
Second, gonna fall here. Coconut overwhelmed. Where is No Man on that flank once again? It's not the first time we've seen him in this position. And Narrate
Curiga.
towards it.
Curiga.
He's got lockdown.
He absolutely does. John QT, what do you do? 10 seconds to make up your mind. Do you bow out? Do you accept your fate? You go up towards heaven. There's a corner. Not much.
Dapat.
It's an awkward angle to play onto this spike, though. With
it was the same
planted.
1v1 last time.
Aja.
John QT won it before. No Man this time going to have to stride in again. The timing not looking good. John QT, the backbone of Sentinels.
Oh my God.
After what could have been an absolute fumble.
I mean, just a crazy round to have this late in the day. Again, with the spike being committed here.
And then this happening, like, luckily enough, you had the Hunter's Fury get... Oh.
That shot to Zekken mid-slide was filth.
God, John QT is staying alive under pressure.
Yeah, you can see it
again. I mean in the clutch, god damn.
Easier to call from the outside, but No Man just not considering the possibility of that reposition.
Zekken again taking a boatload of damage just off the spam early. He's just having a rough game. Like I can't like some of the shots Raga's been hitting on him. I can't even say much about it, but a deep line for Raga. We've not seen him go on these sort of missions before. Let's see what that awareness is like from Sentinels. Do they consider he could be here? This is an operator. Cleared off angle. No. Stays on his line. Just enough.
Back away now. Yeah, the stun to slow things down potentially, and because elsewhere I did see the pit invested a little funky coverage on B site.
Ah yes, the lobster claw. Famous
More like
one.
a fish actually.
I'll leave that to the people to decide.
Yeah, the hard-hitting stuff here in round 19. Sentinel's going to take stock of what's going on elsewhere. Raga exploring once more.
Even the fact they're willing to go back towards C, are they expecting a rotation, or do they
Does he
just...
catch Celsius?
Now he's feeling good about this. Does he stay committed? I feel like you would, right? Like, you've got a couple more seconds. Because that turret's still there. This system had worked last time. You had no one in this position, and they have no idea. They're just waiting here. Turret now finally goes in. Raga has to push forward. It's just picture perfect. Zekken finally drops down Raga. But it's Zekken and Narrate. And No Man's got their number. 10 seconds. It's up to 11. XLG can't stop winning.
What's the buy?
It ain't going to be pretty, is it?
Again, I was concerned in the previous again. What was it came down to 1v1. It's not necessarily as if Sentinels would have put a cushion, a buffer behind them. And now we're going around later. So XLG have found 11, Lauren.
I can't believe it. Look at this. Have your moment. Have your moment. Basically, at this point, avenging your region. The buy, Mike. Look
hideous.
at that.
It's hideous.
Okay, so what, they've got the 2 Phantoms and then Stingers to round out.
Got the pit, got the lockdown, so they can almost clear sight and try and secure with the pit. But
the Outlaw as well, got to throw that
XLG have
in.
got 3 here. They might even just...
Udah capek nih Sentinel,
Okay,
udah
the Paranoia
capek.
is super good though. Zekken getting mullet though. Melted Coconut. Just devastating. What is that? Bang is out of here. Now Happyway wants it. It is devastating work. XLG going from strength to strength and making Sentinels look out of it.
And they've broken the bank.
Look at this.
This is just heartbreaking for Sentinels to be in this situation.
Unreal.
But what a moment for XLG.
Take it in. Oh. God, it feels fated on some of these shots. CN region should be proud of this team right now.
Stingers.
That's all they got.
Still got the pit, but you got to get to sight.
Jomplang banget soalnya nih. Paling cuma dapat skor 2 lah, 2 bisa.
The pressure as XLG coming alive.
Sendiri-sendiri gitu tuh.
It is a
Satu-satu di absen, Jok. Udah capek ini udah. Sentinel udah capek nih, Sentinel udah. Udah pasrah dia udah. Udah give up dia, berat kata udah neken. Ini dia, surrender F5. Nah, ente guys. GG untuk XLG. Ente untuk Sentinel. Sentinel sayang sekali harus angkat kaki dari Paris. Valorant Champion Paris, dia harus pulang lebih awal. Dia harus membawa koper ya, pulang
He has clutched
ke
up on this side before.
Amerika.
It's quite shallow though. He's got to commit towards a very deep hold in towards the archway here.
Stinger di depan gini di 4 orang ente deh.
Paranoia's in, trying to slow down that roll,
Peluru
trying to buy
cuma
them some time.
12,
Has to try and
peluru
fight
cuma
30 HP. I think they might have just done this. XLG are sending Sentinels home.
GG untuk SLG, NT untuk Sentinel. Sentinel harus pulang.
A punch to the gut for a North American giant.
Semangat untuk Sentinel. Eranya sudah berubah. Sekarang banyak tim-tim baru.
But today, the underdog has had its day. A lot of doubters about this side, and rightly so. But the level we saw on map 3 was unbelievable.
Senang banget dia lah ngalahin Sentinel.
I'm very happy to be proven wrong. Yes. This is absolutely what I would have asked for. I wouldn't want to see Sentinels come out and completely fold. I think there's been round by round examples of that, but overall here, XLG a fantastic series.
And for Sen,
positioningnya juga nggak dapet.
Champions. It's probably one of the most competitive champions we've seen in a long time. Even the favorites, even the odds, don't tell you the full tale now. Sen now got a long journey back home, but for XLG, how far can that team go? The potential is there, and they actualize it and make it their own when it matters.
I'll say it again, run some of those interviews again. I want to hear now how they're feeling about themselves. This is a huge
Berarti rata-rata Asia
It's got to be a boost to the confidence. Raga, just elevating in this final map.
These are the moments he has to remember. Really make it count for himself.
Silai.
Again, Zekken in my mind
Silai
is one of the
Gaming.
most consistent, talented duelists we have. Big game player, great attitude and a great mind. He'll never bow down. He's not going to get sour about it. But to be able to best him in a map like this, in a game like
What the
this,
fuck, man?
you've got to let that sink in.
Aim juga.
I can't quite believe we've just watched that pan out the way it has.
Welcome to champs, I
mean,
guess.
yeah, everybody stepping up to the plate for XLG. They've got to feel so good about themselves now. A sigh of relief, a weight off their shoulders.
I'm just thoroughly impressed. It is going to be the Verizon post-match interview coming up in just a second. Don't go anywhere. You'll want to hear this one.
Et les espoirs de la région China survivent grâce à Noman et à XLG. Congratulations Noman, the dreams of playoffs are still alive.
Oke guys, thank you buat semuanya. See you next time. Kita akan kembali lagi besok-besok ya. Thank you buat semuanya. Selamat apa nih? Selamat beristirahat semuanya everybody. Thank you semuanya. Bye bye.
Yeah, I think a lot of our team is scared of going back to Ascension. So we made sure to give it 110% and just try our best.
Oui, definitely. So that, donc, première question. Ils ont perdu la première map, ils ont réussi à remonter dans un très long BO. D'où est-ce qu'il tire cette résilience finalement? Et ben, il répond que lui et ses coéquipiers n'ont pas du tout envie de retourner en ascension et ont bien envie